It pops up here and there. See how everything runs through.
And we don't know have an alert yet.
Says wrong. All right, bump it. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill King's Fantasy Football League. It's your man Tony D, aka the Random Multi Broadcast. I got my man Five Man Rich from the Morning Coffee on Twitch Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 4-5:30 in the morning. Rich, how you doing?
Doing very fine, Tony. Good morning, and thank you very much for having me on your broadcast. It's always a Sunday pleasure to come up here and talk football with y'all.
And I'm going to get on everybody else up here because I get asked all week, when are you coming up? Are we going to do a show? And then we're here on a regular day. Oh, I ain't.
We get the static. It's just like, what's going on there?
I'm on their cases. All right, we had 3 football games yesterday. Rich, go for yours on everything if you don't mind.
Okay. Well, the first 2. Oh, hang on for a minute. Hang on.
Right.
I was wondering, what is that noise? I'm just starting up the big screen.
Up and running and good.
We're coming up on the Twitch here. And one more thing here. Let me bring this up.
Yeah, I got all my connections going too.
Yep. Yeah. Well, the first game, just a Thursday night game there. The Saints and Rams. That was pretty much all the Rams and stuff. So nothing really spectacular there. Saints did put up a good fight there towards the end, but it was too little, too late. And we have Tina. Good morning, Tina.
Good morning, Tina. How you doing, lady?
And the next game was yesterday. Bengals and I think we all picked Cincinnati on the picks this week, and unless Tina picked differently, I don't know. I got to look at her picks, and she's good, thanks. And Steelers ended up winning that one. Let's see, the one game though that I want to bring up, the Bills last night. First and foremost, Peacock, NBC with Peacock.
Go ahead and do it. I know you want to do it. Go ahead.
Just to get it out of my system. You ticked off a lot of people last night with the with the paywall there and stuff. I was fortunate enough that I was able to get online and listen to a Buffalo radio channel, and I listened to the game there, and that was pretty exciting. And they won last night. It wasn't pretty, but it won. They won. So let's see. Actually, I'm going to bring this up on my screen, Tony, okay, on my camera. I won't do the present. I'll just bring it up on the screen here. That's where they sit as far as on the playoffs right now. Let's see. Did it come up yet?
No.
Oh, hang on. I gotta be smart.
New feature, y'all. He figured out how to do the present on screen without having to get permission from the host if you're a guest. So yeah, this will be entertaining.
You know what? Let me go ahead and get to the. Let me bring up the things here as far as that goes, because they're pretty important as far as it comes to the Bills. It just takes me a second here. Hey, there's Carmen.
Carmen is not awake this early in the morning. I know.
Wow.
Good morning, Carmen. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Happy holidays, lady.
You know what? Let me go ahead and get to the. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Let's do it this way. Let's see if it comes up this way. Let me do the present here. Should just give me a second here. I should try it one more time. It doesn't want to come up. What the hell? Okay.
All right, we're going to remember that.
Well, yeah, I got to remember. But anyway, the division leaders in the AFC are the Baltimore's number 1, Miami's number 2, 10-4, Kansas City 9-5, and Jags. Those are the divisional leaders. Right. Buffalo Bills with the win last night. They move into the wild card, bumping Houston back out in the hunt. So they're actually Buffalo moves up ahead of the Indianapolis Colts, behind the Cleveland Browns in the wild card at 9-6. Right. And let's see, the other. Let me bring up this other one so I can read off of it. Open. I think it's not coming up on my OBS because it's in a different folder.
And I keep telling you, turn that damn OBS off.
No, I just got to remember where things are at and stuff like that.
No, I'm messing with you.
But the path for the Bills now. What is the Bills' simplest path to the postseason now? They've got to win
every game,
3 games, which they've won 1 of 3. Last night. Okay, so if they want to win, they want to keep that wild card. They got to keep the 3 wins going to win the division. To win the division now, they have to win all 3 games, and Dolphins have to lose either to Dallas or Baltimore.
We got you, Carmen. Enjoy yourself and be safe out there.
See you, Carmen. Good seeing you.
In all honesty, the Bills got to win everything they got left.
Yes, they have control of their own destiny. And last night they were able to squeak it through because they had some fumbles and an interception there that if it was any other team like the Philly, San Francisco, or Baltimore, they would have been dead. They would have lost the game easily. You can't, and that's been the downfall for the Buffalo Bills. But just to get out of my system, NBC and Peacock, you suck. Okay. And a disclaimer, that's not the opinion of Tony. That's just the opinion of me.
It's not my opinion. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not my opinion because I understand. We talked about this before. If the NFL has to find new ways to make money, they got to go to these other channels and help them gain their revenue, and that's going to show the profit margin. Okay, cool. We've been watching a lot of games for free. Yahoo, Twitter, I think Peacock did it for a second. Amazon did it for a minute. So they're going to find some. We're going to have to pay sooner or later. We can't keep doing everything for free. We can't.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
It's not good business for them. It's great for us as consumers and as fans, but it's not good business for them. And I get it. It's like when we do these multi-streaming platforms. We miss Haps. It was free. And I talked about that. Now we just got to pay.
Well, yeah, that was totally free. You didn't have commercials or anything.
I think we're worried about.
Yeah.
And then people got mad. Y'all suck. No, you suck because you cheap. That's why you suck. You cheap. How you want people to pay you for shit, but you don't want to pay nobody else for their shit? The hell is wrong?
That is true, Tony. That is true. That's very true.
Yes. So I'm on their asses. I'm not mad at them. As far as we had the Bills game. So who do we have after that? We got Brian, the original co-host of the house. Brian, what's going on, man?
Morning, gents.
Good morning, Brian.
Rich is giving his rant on Peacock charging people for the game last night. I still think it's hilarious.
Yes.
But
I saw that. The moment I turned on my computer, that was the first headline was a lot of people are disgusted with Peacock's presentation.
And even the people that did have it, Tony, there was things in because I was following, it seeped into my Twitter feed. There's people that had the Peacock. It was in and out. Let's just say the picture quality was, you could. Let's just say Amazon does a better deal with presenting their show, the Thursday Night Football here than they did on Peacock. Peacock
couldn't handle everything that was going on. That's what it was too much on them. Well, Peacock's new. Yes. Peacock is free to a lot of people. They did start charging earlier this year for the wrestling pay-per-views. I understood that. And they also they're a new network, if you will, compared to the others. Amazon's been around for a minute.
Right.
What's up, Sadie? Thank you for being here, lady.
Bonjour.
The whole kicker is, I'm going to go ahead and say it. We can't keep expecting everything for free, y'all. We can't. We already know that. If you worked for free, how long would you be there? We don't mind helping people out, but we're not going to do it forever. A lot of these networks and platforms are helping us. They're also trying to expand the NFL brand. Y'all got to remember, they're trying to go to Europe. We rather they stay here. And then we got networks. We won't watch them. We watch them on regular TV for free. You don't want to pay for it on cable. I'm not paying for the NFL network myself. I have, but they don't show enough games. I got the information off of ESPN alone, as well as Fox Sports. Why am I going to pay for the NFL network? I expect the NFL network to show football. I don't need you all talking about football as much as you do in the other network. I want to see the damn game. And you're paying $60 a month to listen to them talk year-round. It's game a week at best. I can't do that. Yeah. So now you got Peacock, you got Amazon. You're going to have all these other major networks, ABC, NBC, and CBS. We've been watching them all our lives. Now you got Fox. Fox is getting money. So we got 4 or 5 networks. We can watch it for free.
I was under the impression that it was going to be on Twitch or since it's
at least one of those games, at least one of them, right?
Yeah, because it's the holidays and everything else. At least most people would have Twitch than Peacock, but then again, I don't know the whole demographic.
Well, here's the thing too, Brian. Correct me if I'm wrong. The people that had the season viewing ship, they weren't able to view that game. It was strictly on Peacock.
Oh.
Yeah, I could be wrong on that, but I got a sense on some of the tweets last night. There were some people. I'm not sure. Maybe Ted
That's
might
good
be able
info,
to.
Rich. That's good. Pull that shit up and look into it, please.
Yeah.
That's good info. Brian, what are you doing?
Putting on my shoes.
Okay, good. I don't want to see that. We're gonna wait till Rich finishes his mess, and
No,
then
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, because I'm only going to be on for a little bit because
Okay.
I got to run to the store. We got to do the last second Christmas stuff.
Gotcha.
Oh
Gotcha.
yeah.
Well, if Rich is good, I'm gonna go ahead and start running through everything. Maybe I can keep this down
Yep.
under an hour. I know
Yep.
better. We're gonna try it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is week 2. Season 2 of Bill King's Fantasy Football League, but this is also week 16 of the 2023 season. Information that we have coming from our major league that we play the fantasy football in is NFL.com. All information right now will be coming from NFL.com more than anything. If we pull anything from anywhere else, it's because we saw it somewhere, but we're going to primarily stick with this. So we've got stardom and sit-em recommendations for each position. We're going to start with the quarterbacks. They recommend that you start Justin Fields against the Cardinals.
I would. If that's the only quarterback I had, I guess.
I kind of got quiet because he hasn't been putting up numbers.
Oh, he isn't? Oh, okay.
I don't see why you wouldn't start him against the Cardinals. It's just a little bit of I want to say it's a bit of lack of a faith based on what I saw this season.
Gotcha.
Brian,
well, things could happen now because remember, all hands on deck now.
Yeah, everybody's all hands on deck.
At least for like most teams, they at least want to play for pride and at least be put in a better position in the draft, I guess.
Chicago's got a decent position in the draft, don't they?
I think they like the fourth. I think they have like the 4th or 5th pick.
I thought they had the first pick.
No, I think that goes to the Panthers.
Well, that one game earlier this year gave them the first pick, and the Panthers supposed to slide up, but I don't know if it's happened already or not. We'll find out. Against the Cardinals, I don't see him scoring too many points in this game fantasy-wise. I do not.
So you're taking it's going to be a low-scoring game?
I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I don't think he's going to put that many fantasy points up.
It'll be decided by field goal.
The whole game will, but even for fantasy, I don't see Justin Fields getting a whole lot of points. I really don't, but we'll see. We'll see. I've been wrong.
Yeah.
Matt Stafford against the Saints. Yeah.
Obviously.
Oh yeah.
He
played good.
I picked the Saints too. God.
And now this happened yesterday. Did this game play already?
That game was a Thursday night game.
So what were the numbers on that, if you don't mind? Pull that up for me.
It was 30-22 Rams. They scored. If I can get this, the breakdown. Derek Carr had 27 for 40, 319 yards, 3 TDs, 1 interception.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew Stafford had 24 and 34, 328 yards, but 2 TDs, no interception.
So Matt Stafford had a good game.
Yeah, I had Puka Nacua, and I had him benched, and Puka Nacua had 33 points.
Uh-huh.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you would have wanted to start him. That game's already happened. You got the numbers yourself. Jake, oh my God. Okay, let's talk about this craziness. Let me tell y'all something. I did not see the Steelers winning last night. I did not see.
Everybody voted. Everybody in the picks picked Cincinnati to win.
I picked Cincinnati to win. Look at that game that happened. They played us. There was no way you expect the Steelers offense to do what they did last night, especially against the Bengals. No way.
Right.
Who thought Mitchell Trubisky was the answer to get switched?
He's a bit of a Crunchtown quarterback. We got to.
No, I'm sorry. You had CBS and Tim Fan 40. He picked Pittsburgh.
They lied. Tell them I said so.
CBS knew something.
Yeah, they did. I did not see that. I haven't had faith in the Steelers for a minute, and last night they showed they still got it. I have to give them their credit for last night's game. The Bengals did not look like they were a team to play. I mean, they did not look like they were AFC Championship worthy. They did not.
I guess they didn't prep for Mason Rudolph though.
Please listen. He may be starting for the Steelers for a while now. He may be their prime quarterback. He just may be. Because why is he always the one that bails them out?
And Tina said she picked the Steelers. Okay.
Tina, whatever.
I think she normally picks the Steelers anyway. I think
She's a Steelers fan. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Brock Purdy against the Ravens. You have to. I don't have any questions on this one.
Right.
I've got and the Ravens are probably going to be an issue. They're looking
That
like
Ravens defense, man. They're a Hornets.
That's the game. Just to interject that, we said a couple of times. That is the game.
Yeah, because like Ravens defense, Browns defense, Texans defense, like it's a mad Hornets nest.
Ravens. Brian, you the one that said it. I've been putting them on the back burner, but you said it. That has been your call. Congratulations on that. Even against the 49ers, this is going to be a game. I agree with them. If you need a streaming option, Baker Mayfield against the Jags. Well, the Jags are kind of dwindling for some reason. We don't know why. And I think the Bucs are still in it for the playoffs, or at least in the running to get a spot in the playoffs, if not a wild card. He's showing more of an upside, 20 plus, 2 straight, and the season high 29 last week. Nice. That's Bathurst man right there. Bathurst.
Yeah. He's.
If you miss out on Bayfield, go with Derek Carr's coming off a big game. Really. Now you know what, we talked about this the other night. I remember when Derek Carr first got to the Raiders when they were still in Oakland.
I thought he was
who were enthusiastic about him. Yes, very enthusiastic about him. So I'm not gonna go at him bad. I know he'll put up numbers. I just think he'll get interceptions as well. I thought he was going to fit good down there in New Orleans, but they're looking like they're just sitting at about 500. They don't look dominant. You know what I'm saying?
They're still in it. They're right neck and neck with. Let's see if I can get to it.
Tampa Bay.
They're right behind. They're tied with. Well, they're right behind Tampa Bay. Falcons are still in it on that division. So that's the weak division for that for the NFC.
It can be weak, but if they're sitting right around each other, they got each other's number. They're ready. I think people are gonna have a problem against them at some point.
But yeah, same week is you got to be careful saying that because last night you could say, "Oh, the Chargers are weak." The Chargers scared me last night.
Well, you know why people think the Chargers are weak is 1 because of their loss, 2 because they don't have Herbert. Who was the quarterback last night for the Chargers? I didn't see the game.
Stick, and he played. He actually, again, I was listening to it on the radio, like old school, real old school.
Yeah,
and that was pretty interesting. You got the excitement of the game, and it just Stick was really he was playing really good as far as getting his passes and stuff. They had a couple long ones on Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing, Chargers are in demise because they, the intern coach there. He said if he knew he was going to become the coach, he would have lost a few more pounds because he knows the camera's going to be on him a little bit more.
Gotcha. So Baker Mayfield against Jags, I can see that. In 2 quarterback leagues, oh nice. There are 2. Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you play fantasy football, let me make this known. I've been in leagues where you had 2 quarterbacks. I've been in leagues where your flex could be your wide receiver, your running back, your tight end, and your quarterback. This is pretty good right here. If you're in a 2 quarterback league, yeah, Tommy DeVito. Yeah, there you go, Rich.
Yeah, man. But I think Baker Mayfield, he's got a lot of targets to go to, so I think he's going to score a lot of points.
Can we have that next year?
We might.
2 quarterbacks? Yeah.
You can try it. It'll be something new for the season. That'll work.
2 quarterbacks, 2 flexes. Yeah.
Nick Mullins had 300 yards and 2 scores last week. We kind of forgot about Nick Mullins. He's been kind of quiet past couple seasons, has he not?
Be right back.
You good? Wasn't he? I think he was on the 49ers for a minute. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong.
I can't think. Who's that now?
Yeah. Nick Mullins. He was a quarterback. He's been kind of.
Yeah, he sounds familiar. Yeah,
you've heard of him. So they got Tommy DeVito and Nick Mullins as decent streaming options. The Will Levis and Zach Wilson were both banged up, but they are options if they suit up. Wilson has the better matchup against the Commanders, who have allowed the most fantasy points per game to quarterbacks. After this update, the Jets have announced on Friday that Zach Wilson has been ruled out of Sunday's game. Pulling trip. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, there we go.
You know what?
There's no consistency with the Jets at the end of the season here.
Trevor Siemian. Let's put eyes on him today for the Jets. I want to see what he's going to do. He's been sitting down for a minute.
I think if the Jets do good today, it's because of their defense, because that's what's been holding them the last couple.
Defense is there, but we're going to see what that quarterback's going to do. Because Trevor Siemian can't throw the ball. He was on the Broncos. I'm going to give him a little credit. Quarterbacks we should sit. Russell Wilson against the Patriots. Seriously?
I don't think so. Not against the Patriots. No.
They rank in the top 7 in terms of fewest passing yards and touchdowns allowed since week 11. Okay, that's a good stat. In fact, since week 10, Pittsburgh's Mr. Trubisky is the only quarterback to top 16 points against New England. The Pats held Patrick. Okay, so the Patriots know how to hold some of these prime quarterbacks. Okay,
and they've been playing pretty good the last two games. But then again, that's what we said about Cincinnati, and they tanked.
I wouldn't sit him, but I get it. And I said it on purpose. I wouldn't sit him, but I see what they're saying. Sam, that's Brian's man.
Yeah,
it was a funny. Yeah.
He might have a good game against the Jets. You never know.
Yeah, I think he might have a decent showing. I mean, but depending on how Jets defense look, I mean, we all know that Jets defense is really, really good, but if the offense ain't producing enough, then yeah, your defense is gonna get tired. So who knows?
I mean, the Commanders now visit the Jets, who rank in the top 3 in fewest passing yards, touchdowns, and fantasy points allowed to QBs. Yeah, I think you might want to sit him against the Jets, but we'll see. I think you might want to. Sit Gardner Minshew at the Falcons. Right now, I think I want to agree with this because the Falcons are looking stable. Yeah. The Falcons are looking stable. Gardner Minshew, around this time of the year, I want to say he starts acting up. Somebody will have to check that, but I know he hasn't had a decent full season. He's had decent games. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
He doesn't throw for many yards for most weeks. He rarely runs for much, so he needs a couple touchdown passes to have a chance of topping 15 fantasy points. Since week 11, the Falcons have allowed just 2 passing touchdowns total. Nice. They've also allowed the 3rd fewest passing yards. I will look for another option. Yeah, I understand that. What you think, Brian?
I mean, let's face it. I mean, they may say sit him now, but all of a sudden, what if he balls out?
I tend to agree.
I mean, think about it. Look at the last few weeks. I mean, teams we thought like we wrote them off. Next year, we're like, the hell did that come from?
Valid point. And this might be one of those games with him. With him specifically, this might be one of those games. I agree. And the Falcons are 6-8.
And besides, the Colts are 8-6, so they're fighting for a spot. So I think they would do it anything at all costs to get that.
They're fighting for a spot, and the Falcons are about to be dropped out of the playoffs. So yeah, this might be another game to keep your radar on, Rich, just so you know. And look at who we got here. Aiden O'Connell. They recommend sitting him against the Chiefs. Where's Bathurst when you need him?
Yeah, exactly.
Where is Bathurst when you need him? He went off last week. He played great, deserved tons of credit, but the Bulls defense also played a huge factor. Facts. The rookie has a much tougher matchup this week in the Chiefs, who have allowed the 6th fewest passing yards in the season. After a huge game, you may be considering AOC. Oh, you call them AOC. Oh, that's gonna work. Oh. But there are better options listed above. Against the Chiefs, I would agree. You all are not going to call this man AOC. You know he's going to catch hell for that one right there. Gentlemen, your thoughts. Where's Bathurst when you need him?
It's good. It should be a good game as far as that goes. The Raiders, just when you think they're out of it, I don't know. It depends on what Raiders team shows up. And then the overall winner of this game is got to it's leaning heavily on Kansas City winning this game. It's at home to be won, and for them to lose, I think they're like the Bills. They're one of these top tier teams. It's like these last 3 games are critical for even the teams that it's not a done deal. Maybe for San Francisco because they clinched their division. They have nothing to worry about. But there's still some numbers out there that can swing if they're not careful.
Well, this is a separate division for San Francisco. This is AFC. I think.
Well, I'm just saying in general football as far as that goes.
I think the Chiefs are trying to get home field advantage through the playoffs. Yeah, I don't know if they'll hurt it. Right now, it's looking like everybody got to go through the Ravens. Which okay, So Kansas City's on the road. I don't think they want to be a road team, but they're trying to get back to the Super Bowl, hands down. The Raiders, I don't know what the hell they're doing.
Right.
Let's just be clear. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Brian, what you got on this one?
I mean, I think the Raiders may pull it off, but not by much. But I mean, but the way Kansas City, they lost the last 3 games.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, it's going to be a
crapshoot. It could be a crapshoot, right, Brian?
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a fight. I mean, you had division rivalry, so yeah. At this point, it's who wants it more. So I'm kind of pulling for the underdog of the Raiders because like how they got the turnaround since O'Connell, and then Pierce and all that starting up. They have a new change of attitude. So I think they're hungry.
The Raiders are hungry. Kansas City trying to get back to the Super Bowl, hands down. I want to say Kansas City is hungrier than the Raiders in this game. I would say that. Kansas City is hungrier than the Raiders. Mainly because people are about to rule them out of the Super Bowl, and they just went last year. I would say that. But I get it. The Raiders need to come clean. Kansas City need to win. I kind of find this game to be a little interesting.
Right.
Both teams have an aspect of winning, but we also know that they'll screw it up. This season specifically.
Right.
The Raiders have been screwing up for years. Kansas City, everybody's trying to rule them out. Brian and Bathurst specifically swear that Kelsey's distracted, and I disagree. But well,
I mean, like when they're playing against the Patriots and everything. I mean, like they showed Taylor Swift and she got booed
because everybody's tired of NFL talking about a damn singer. We came to watch the game, not her. Which is
it's just a sideshow. That's they're just like okay, they're just booing for booing and stuff. I don't know. I don't pay any mind to it anymore at this point.
Right.
I'm just happy for.
I got a better question for you, gentlemen.
But then again, it's a Boston crowd.
Who's more distracted, Travis Kelce or the fans?
I don't know. I don't follow the drama stuff on the during the weekday and stuff. So on game day, if it's there, it's there. But it brought a whole bunch of new viewers. So I think the NFL's
who's more distracted.
Has it improved Kelsey's game? I don't know. He's just I think he's having fun. He's playing football and stuff, just like he's very talented as a football player, and probably considers himself very fortunate to have because I don't think this is just a spur up just at the beginning of the season. I think this has been we don't know what the real story of that, but that's for those side shows and stuff like that.
Who's more distracted, him or the fans? Ladies and gentlemen,
I think it might be the fans talking about it. Basically, if they didn't talk about it, it's just like nobody would know the difference and stuff. So it's just like
those quarterback recommendations for Week 16 and according to NFL.com. Who's more distracted, him or the fans?
Almost both, maybe.
Even the announcers are talking about it more than he is. Give me a break. I'm off of it.
I am too. It's just like it's a.
Start him as Sidham's running backs. Gentlemen, James Cook against the Chargers. Did he or did he not go off the other night?
Oh yeah. Well, they tried containing him. They tried containing Cook. But let's see. Let's see. Bring up his stats. He did pretty good. He was a target there, multiple targets for Josh there, and definitely he's worth. And the running game was working for the Bills. They were getting the running in. James Cook had 20 carries. It was 70 yards though. That's the thing. They were able to contain him under 100.
Right.
So where Austin Eckler, the Chargers, he had 15 carries for 65 yards.
Right. Brian, go for it.
So if anything, what's it? Right, go ahead.
Like James Cook, wow. After he ran a clinic on the Cowboys defense, I don't know, man. Start him.
I feel you. I think he did pretty good on that game.
Oh yeah. That was a.
I think he did all right. I would say I would have started him myself on that game. And this game did already get played, ladies and gentlemen. For those who think we're behind, we're not. I do try to talk about it. What we got a question in the chat. Brian, take this one.
Isaiah Likely or Trey McBride? Ooh. Damn.
You're more familiar with them there, so.
I mean, I don't know much of Trey McBride, but he has been putting up numbers. Isaiah Likely, man.
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah Likely going because he's with Baltimore and he's going up against the 49er defense. That's going to be tough.
Keep going. Brian Hill, I appreciate the question. I ain't gonna lie. I want to take lightly over McBride today, based on the fact McBride is on the Cardinals. They're playing the Bears. I respect the Bears defense.
Also, to the 49er defense, though.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And plus, they're gonna be coming at Lamar Jackson at all sides. So, Isaiah Likely is more experienced than Trey McBride, but then again, that is a damn good question.
It is a damn good question. I think I'm gonna take McBride. And you know what? It's gonna be a money shot.
I'll say Likely. I'll say Likely because it's playoffs. Both teams are in, but still, yeah. I would say Likely. For me, Likely. Just, you
have a straight answer. God damn.
Likely.
Rich, what you think?
It is a pickle.
It is a pickle, bro. Rich, you're on mute. Rich, you're on mute.
Okay, I got to pay attention.
I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with y'all.
No, it's a good question. I'm not familiar with them. I know McBride, he has a projected 8 points. I would imagine that the fantasy football, Isaiah Likely, it goes down to which one of them are going to get the ball. Basically, I guess that's the take I take with the fantasy football. You got to really look at, is that player going to get the ball realistically with the two teams that are playing? And that's a very good strategy to actually ask that question first and then weigh it on after that on each player.
I agree. And I'm going to say McBride's going to be the money shot. I think it's going to be more value.
Is that because of the team setup?
Yes.
Okay.
The Cardinals are going up against Trey McBride's on the Cardinals, I believe. They're going up against the Bears. The Bears have a tough defense. I tend to think if he finds a hole or a gap, he's going to be the money. Sean Cash, what's good, man? Where you been? McBride is going to get me. Yeah. See, Sean's thinking like I'm thinking.
Okay.
Appreciate you, man. Sean, I hope you're doing good, man. I know I ain't talked to you in a minute.
McBride more
man,
likely.
We got to catch up, bro.
Unlikely. Okay.
We got to catch up, Sean. Good seeing you, man.
All right. So Sean says McBride.
Yeah, I do too. Bijan Robinson, I recommend starting Bijan Robinson against the Colts. I got no debate against this. None. Zero. Nada. Zilch. Because if he breaks out, it's going to be ugly. You want him to break out on this game. Once again, the Falcons are probably still fighting for a playoff spot. The Colts, I think, are looking for a wild card. Both teams are going to be hungry. I think Bijan Robinson is going to go ham if he gets the ball today. Any questions, Ryan?
No. He again, he's 11 points.
And let me holler at y'all real quick. I met Sean a couple of years ago. We was all going deep in crypto. Man, we was all over.
Okay.
We was all over. We was all. Sean was on the deeper than me. Sean, it's good to see you, man. For real. We was going in looking at that mess. Brian, you good, man. I appreciate you popping up, but thank you for the question. Anybody out there wondering about this, y'all got questions, bring them, please. I'm starting Bijan Robinson. Brian, you got any debate on this?
Nope, I'm starting Bijan Robinson.
Gotcha. Rich, you agree, right?
I'm not familiar with the player, but it just depends on.
Let me help you out. Brand new running back to the Falcons. He was going crazy earlier this season until he got hurt, and he's back.
Okay.
So I'm
Yeah,
gonna say,
'cause,
he's gonna go off.
Okay.
In my ESPN league, I'm starting Bijan Robinson, Raheem Mostert, and Devon Achane.
Brian, you should be going crazy with Raheem Mostert on your roster. He is having an excellent year.
Yeah, he's projected 11 points, so which is above. He didn't do too good against Carolina last week, but Tampa Bay he romped on him 14 points. 11th, this 12th week against New Orleans, he had 24, so he had 91 yards for one rushing touchdown. So I guess with the numbers there, yeah.
You want him. Plain and simple, y'all. Get him. If you ain't got him or he's sitting somewhere, grab him. Derrick Henry against the Seahawks, no brainer.
Running back, yeah.
That's
the one thing they've been talking about. The when I was watching the Pittsburgh game, one of the announcers says that, and I've been hearing this quite a bit. The running backs are not getting any love this year.
Nope,
no love at all, even in the preseason. So it's continuing and stuff like that.
Tight ends and wideouts. Start Derrick Henry. We ain't gonna talk about y'all. Even against the Seahawks, start him.
Yeah.
DeAndre Swift, start him.
I think that's a no-brainer. Yeah. That's a no-brainer right there.
There's no point to start him because he'll break out on you and you will hate yourself. Ezekiel Elliott, yeah. You know what? Let me read this.
I got
Zeke is on the field. Zeke is on the field. That's what matters.
Well, he's having a good year this year.
Yeah, and I'm reading
better year than his last year with Dallas, I think. So he's be interested to see how he performs next year.
He gets the Broncos, who have allowed the most rushing yards, the second most fantasy points per game to running backs this season. Zeke remains in play as long as Stevenson is out. No brainer. Absolutely. And the Broncos, I think they had a moment, but they drop him.
Right.
They had him on, but they drop him. Rich, I think you're playing in the background. If you got another one open.
Okay, let me check. I hear that.
If you need a deeper option, Panthers running back Trevor Hubbard can be elevated from your bench this week. He only scored 12 fantasy points last week and played 75% of the snaps. Let's see 24 touches. Yeah, you might want to get him. He plays the Packers, who have allowed the 7th most rushing yards since week 11. Yeah. Kansas City's Jerick McKinnon is another option, as he has averaged 14.4 fantasy points per game in the last 2 weeks. My problem is y'all don't give Jerick McKinnon the ball enough for him to get points. I've been watching him about 3-4 seasons. He don't get the ball enough. He faces the Raiders, who have been better against the run as of late, but have still allowed 11 most fantasy points to running backs. Okay. Yeah. While I prefer him if Isaiah Pacheco is out again with a shoulder injury, McKinnon should remain involved in the passing game and near the goal line either way. Chicago's Dante Freeman is a boom and bust option. That is a fact. But he has a good chance of going boom this week against the Cardinals, who have allowed the second most rushing yards all season and the most since week 11. See, we got to look into that. So this may be a boom game for Dante Foreman. I think you might want to get him. And if the Cardinals have allowed the second most rushing yards all season and the most since week 11, yeah, go ahead and get him. Go ahead, because that's the deeper option recommendations. McKinnon was ruled out for Kansas City's game against Las Vegas on Monday. Pacheco did not have a designation after practicing in full all week. Okay. Y'all might want to watch McKinnon. Keep your eyes on McKinnon and Pacheco if they're on your rosters as far as injury updates. Sit them. Sit Javonte Williams against the Patriots. I wouldn't, but why?
No.
They said it. It's a rough go for Williams in week 15. He played fewer than half the snaps and shared work with Samaje Perine. I did see Samaje Perine got some points a couple weeks ago. He's kind of been on my bench on a lot of leagues. When running backs
in the house.
Yeah, when running backs would go down, you kind of want to grab him, but he would never put up enough numbers. Let's see what we got. Random Rick, what's good, man? Appreciate you and happy holidays to you as well.
Merry Christmas to you too, sir.
See, the thing with this dude, Williams now has 10 fantasy points or fewer in 4 of the last 5. This week, he plays the Patriots, who have allowed the fewest rushing yards to back since week 11. They have yielded just 2.5 yards per carry and no rushing touchdowns in their span. The floor is low, and given the matchup, I would try to get away. Let me find out the Patriots defense is really messing people up, even though they got a losing record.
They showed up.
Did they win?
last week
Keep going.
against the Chiefs. I mean, they won.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I'm just saying. I mean, again, it's playoff time, so all hands on deck. I mean,
Yeah.
even though the Patriots pretty much should just roll over, but it ain't gonna happen.
Well, we'll see today because the last two games they're playing a different way that they have the rest earlier in the season and stuff. So again, if it's not the case, it's the same thing with Cincinnati. You see two good games and then they just bomb on the third one. So, but I agree with you totally. It just you have to watch what you're doing playing and stuff, and
Know who you're dealing with.
What's that, Tony?
And know who you're dealing with.
Yeah, exactly. As far as the teams and stuff like that, and because again, just like last night with the Bills, it doesn't matter what the pregame stats. When that game is going,
Agreed.
They want to. There can be a significant change in the games, and the biggest factor in all the games for these top tier teams that have lost, have dropping the ball and interceptions. Without a doubt, that's a major factor. So for the running backs, you figure they're supposed to be, that's supposed to be solid with them carrying that ball, protecting that ball. But seen a lot of cases where they're not getting it done doing that. So and I have no reasoning why, because I'm not a running back, but it's just like it's harder. You got people grabbing at the ball and all that and stuff, and then if you're not paying attention to the ball, it just when it's being handed off, even though it's you practice that dance the week before the game, it could be a major factor.
I wouldn't sit them, but I see where they're coming from.
No, I wouldn't either. No.
I think Denver is fighting for a playoff spot. New England's out of it. So I think Denver's probably going to let him get crazy. Jerome Ford of the Browns, they said sit him against Texans. Brian, this one's all yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, Texas defense. I mean, they're really strong on the run, as you saw last week against Tennessee and all the other previous games.
Yeah.
They're really, I mean, they're fighting for position along because I mean it's three-way between Houston, Jacksonville, Indianapolis. So yeah, they're going to be punching on all cylinders now with the run game with offense. I mean, I think like their Cleveland's offensive line is banged up from what I've heard on the radio when guys talking about it. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I would sit Jerome Ford because like Texas defense, they're running on all cylinders. They're going
to this could be a factor
mentality.
And this could be a fact. Both teams are still in the hunt. Cleveland is in the wild card.
Exactly.
Houston got bumped out because of the Bills last night. Sorry about that, Brian. I guess that's what I was told. They the win last night put them in the. They bounced Houston out, but Houston still has a shot at it, though.
It's as long as like Houston could like maintain, because right now, if the main thing is if they win the division, then they have a certified playoff spot.
Exactly.
You have to win the division. So that's
and they're right in the hunt in the division. They can go. They can go. Now, do they have more of a shot at the division than
yes,
a wild card?
Yes.
Well, I mean, right now, the main focus is win the division because we're tied with Indianapolis and we're tied with Jacksonville, so we have to win the division in order to get that.
Gotcha. Interesting. Cool. And that's an aspect you really need to look at. Like some of the teams, they're already out. Are they going to really play that hard? Will they have that motivation to play that hard?
They say sit Najee Harris against the Bengals. Okay. I hate to say it. Right now, I got to agree.
Well, he ran. He had one good run last night.
Yeah.
One good run.
No, I mean like pretty much like it was like a dog pile, but the pile kept moving.
Mm-hmm. That's what he'll do if you give him the damn ball. Now, big as Jalen Warren, who's doing the damn thing, and Najee Harris is right back there with him.
Harris had 19 carries for 78 yards and 1 touchdown.
That's enough for me. That's double digits, ain't it?
Is that double digits? Okay.
It should be 10 points at least, 13 points.
All right.
But all right, guys, I gotta get going.
All right, Brian. Appreciate you popping in, bro.
Always a pleasure. Yeah, better sometime than no time.
Always. Always. Thank you.
Have a good one, Brian. Merry Christmas also, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Merry Christmas, guys. And everybody else.
Merry Christmas. Najee Harris.
But I watched it. I sort of half-ass watched that game, but it didn't seem like it was that much
He
of a
wasn't
run.
getting the
But
ball.
Pittsburgh was on the momentum. I think that's why I didn't watch it, because they racked up the points real quick, and it's just like, okay, I had it in the background, and it was pretty much over at the first half and stuff. So,
I mean, give him the ball. That's it. I'm mad he's not getting the numbers. I thought this was going to work for him. It doesn't look like it's working for me, at least not from a fantasy football standpoint.
right.
If he's happy as a teammate with the team, good. But he should be getting more yards than what he's getting. Now, Jalen was doing his thing. Okay, fine. Just showed me he's blocking. They got a two-back.
Right.
Gus Edwards, sit him against the 49ers. I can't debate this.
That's going to be a game. It's going to be the game to watch.
It is. It is.
I hope we're not disappointed, though. You know, we said that before. That's the game to watch, and then it's all one-sided and stuff.
The only disappointment is going to be the hype of the game, and that's not something we want to see. But for them, this is a monster.
Yep.
So, ladies and gentlemen, those are your running back recommendations for Week 16 in accordance with NFL.com. That's some ugly-ass mess right there. Good Lord have mercy. We are now going to the wideouts, the wide receivers.
Wide receivers.
They recommend you start Stephon Diggs against the Chargers. I think he showed out last night, did he not?
He did, but he from what I heard, and I did see he did have there was one interception towards the end that could have been critical if it was any other team, because it was like I said, it was only a game that was won by 2 points. The field goal kicker kept the Chargers in it. And but Diggs was playing. He had a critical, but he's a premier receiver, wide receiver, so he's going to be taking attention off of some other players, which is part of the strategy I would look at too, because I think Diggs knows that he's not going to get the ball a lot because of that factor. Because let's see his stats for last night. He had. Where is he? He's not in here. The receiver. They have Gabe Davis as a top receiver, 4 receivers. So Diggs didn't even come up on the game leaderboard here as far as that. But he did have he had some crucial ones that I heard. They weren't really long, but there was one interception towards the end there that it was it could have been a game changer for him. So, but even so, I would have still started him. He's been.
I would have started him against Chargers.
He's one of those players that I'd start him every time.
He's one of your premier elite players in the team. You had to start him against Chargers.
Yeah,
even at 5-9, you had to. Now she race to the Chiefs against the Raiders. There you go. There you go. I think all eyes are on him as a wideout.
He's a good receiver for the Kansas. He's probably the only good receiver they really have.
That's my point. I think all eyes are on him. This is a no-brainer to me, honestly, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
T. Higgins of the Bengals. I didn't see his numbers from last night.
Was that Cincinnati? Let me check here real quick. I can bring that up. I got another tab up here.
And I said that on purpose because I know what I expected from the Bengals. But the Steelers got that ass last night. I ain't gonna lie.
Let's see. Who's that? No, that's Higgins. He had 5 receptions for 140 yards, 1 touchdown. That's some points right there then.
He did fine.
Yeah, so he did it. Even though in a losing case, he got the points.
Exactly. And remember, Rich, I told you about that the other week. Even though they may lose a game, they will still get the numbers as they go downfield. You're looking at a lot of teams and a lot of players as the ball's moving downfield. Who's going to get the ball? Who else moves? Who else elevated? And what defense are they up against? And or what defense is going up? What type of offense? And what they're facing.
Exactly.
A lot of these conversations show you both sides on purpose, because when you're looking at your numbers, how you going to get them? How you going to maintain them? And who's worth it? What are they up against? How they play, how they handle it. All of that matters. The Bengals got their butts whipped last night, but he still got them numbers. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yep.
Those are the variables that we try to show, and we do this a lot. Even though we'll talk about the game, we'll speak on the politics. We're looking at the players, who they're up against. And all of these numbers come into play when you make a decision, because what we hate as fantasy football players is to miss any inkling of a fact or any aspect of what helped us pick our players.
Gotcha.
We know the playmakers. We know who gets the highlight reels, but there's also other players who get numbers that we don't pay attention to. All of these variables come into play. This is what keeps your mind racing. Keeps your mind racing. Certain. I could tell people this. I've been playing since 2009. I've had to start looking at all of this craziness. You can't.
I guess my drawback. Yeah. My drawback, I guess, when I play fantasy football, the players I'm picking, those are from my favorite teams. So I expect them, but it's more than that. It has developed to more than that. What, like you said, it's about the points.
First thing I did was look at my favorite team. Then I will look at the highlight players. Then I will look at the major defenses. Then I start putting. And it takes experience to play this properly.
Yep.
It truly takes experience to understand all of this.
Yeah. I'm finally getting that.
I know you are. Next season, who I'm on you. Ladies and gentlemen, Jordan Addison against the Lions. Let me see what happened. This is start Jordan Addison against the Lions.
Yeah.
Now, this is kind of crazy because the Lions are on fire. I got to see how they're going to do through the playoffs.
Yeah.
But you still want to get Addison.
Minnesota?
Yeah, you still want Addison to get up there because he's one of the better players on that team.
Yeah, but who's the quarterback that's going to get him to the ball? That's the question. They've been changing. They've been changing their quarterback, so that could be a factor where the Lions are more consistent as a team. So, this is where you go with the matchup. Is he going to get the ball from the quarterback? That if Cousin was playing, but was it? I don't think Dobbs has been benched.
Yeah, Dobbs has been benched, so it's going to be Nick Mullins at quarterback. We got to see how that's going to go. And against a hot Lions team, the Vikings are in trouble. I'm going to go ahead and say the Lions trying to get in the playoffs. They got to make it through the playoffs. They're going to be fighting. Calvin Ridley of the Jaguars, you got to start him. Calvin Ridley, one of the better wide receivers in the NFL. Yes, he was on the Falcons. Yes, he was on the Titans. No, he didn't do good in the Titans. Yes, he got in trouble. Now he's on the Jags. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. It looks like they've been robbing him of catches. I saw the replays a couple weeks ago, if not last week, the week before. I don't like what's going on. The Bucs got something for you. The Jaguars look like they're falling apart.
He's projected for 9 points.
I'll take him.
Yeah, that's better than his week against Baltimore, where we only got like 4.
And that's against the Bucs. He's gonna get 9 points.
Yeah, he'll probably get the hit. He'll probably get the touches from the from what's his name there for Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm. If you need a deeper option, Chris Godwin has been disappointed most of the year, but came through last week with 10 catches for 155 yards, 12 targets. He remains volatile, but there's upside this week against the Jaguars, who have allowed the 9th most fantasy points per game to receivers. Yep. Deontay Johnson, I saw him last night. There's no question. You kind of want to check out Deontay Johnson. Yep. Noah Brown came through in a huge way without C.J. Stroud last week, going for 22 fantasy points for 8 catches for 82 yards and scored Tennessee. Nice. Nico Collins should be monitored, but if both he and Stroud are back, Brown becomes a high upside boom or bust option this week. Stroud doesn't need to come back yet. No. If Stroud plays and Collins sits, Brown is a strong option for those in deep leagues. Darius Slayton of the Giants and Wandale Robinson are options against the Eagles. Who? I want to pick a damn Giants player against the Eagles. No. Stop. No. Hell no. I know people like Tommy, Danny DeVito, whatever. Damn, the quarterback for the Giants, damn it. You like the quarterback. Y'all pick him if you want to. Pick him if you want to. There's a narrative. I'm going to keep it going. I'm not even playing with them on this one. Sit him. Sit Terry McLaurin of the Commanders against the Jets. I would sit him. Now, mess around, let the Commanders beat the Jets. I'm going to be pissed. Sit Terry McLaurin. I'm not going to talk this. No, I'm not going to talk this.
Yeah, he's not showing too many projected, like 7 points, if that.
Yeah. Sit Adam Thielen against the Packers. You kind of have to right now. I heard Carolina defense has had some upside. You might want to keep your eyes on them. That's fine. They're going up against Green Bay. Carolina's out of it entirely. They're fighting for a draft pick. Green Bay's trying to stay in the playoffs. I wouldn't trust Carolina in this game at all.
No, They might be a disruptor. They could be a disruptor.
Might be a disruptor. I understand do or die. Anything can happen. I don't trust Carolina on this day against Green Bay. Green Bay is still trying to maintain relevancy.
Right.
No, I'm not doing it. Marquise Brown at the Cardinals at the Bears. Louis Brown stood up last week, but if you started him in fantasy football, you might have thought he was inactive. He played just 32% of the snaps. Was not targeted as a nagging heel.
He's not getting the touches.
No, Brown has been dealing with the injury for the last month and has led him going without a catch in the last 2 games. Not only has he not scored a fantasy point in 2 straight games, but he has fewer than 7 in 5 of his last 6. He's been too boom or bust, and the heel issue only adds more risk. I would agree. I can't. Let me make sure. Yes, sit him. You got to sit him. He's got a heel injury? No. Against the Bears? No. Ladies and gentlemen, I normally have a narrative. I normally have a commentary. No. We're going to keep it going. Brown has been ruled out of Sunday game. Duh. That's my point. Gabe Davis, sit him against the Chargers. I would not have.
Davis had 4 receptions, 130 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Thank you, Rich. I wouldn't have sat him. And
I wouldn't have either. No, he's a good.
Chargers were on a decline, and then they did pretty good yesterday because that was a close game. I understand
that. Yeah.
I know the final score was close. You had 2 high-power offenses, 2 little bit of a iffy defense on both sides. That should have been an exciting game. I'm kind of with Rich. Fuck y'all for not showing that on regular TV.
I tell you though, it was exciting listening to it on the radio and then getting the graphics. The graphics was like
those are your wide receiver recommendations. Week 16, 2023 season, of course, NFL.com. I didn't mean to say that, but that game right there, when I saw that final score, I was mad. I was like, you know what? I would have watched that game.
It was an exciting game to listen to, though.
I would have watched that game.
It was
we got tight end recommendation for week 16. Y'all jokers, boy. I ain't mad at y'all for trying to find new ways of making money. Y'all should be mad at us for not wanting to pay it, but don't be mad. The medium ground is a bunch of us can't afford to keep doing all these damn apps all the damn time, even though you're trying to bring everybody up and you want to charge us more afterwards. The same way you do with Netflix, the same way you do with Amazon, the same way you're trying to do with any other. I'm not doing this. HBO Max is the other one. Yeah, I said it. Just like
but there is always a way to, if you can't watch it, you can definitely listen to if you know the local radio stations, which is an easy Google just to say that, because you're still watching the game, but some of these announcers on the radios are pretty prolific to where their expression.
Bathurst, what's going on?
There's our MIA.
Bathurst, what's going on? I'm gonna go ahead and say this too. You can listen to it on satellite radio, which is one thing I have not been doing. I can hear these games.
Well, the satellite, you got to pay the money, Tony. Call me cheap or whatever, but the internet, these local AM channels that do the sports and stuff. If you can Google search for them, they're just
the Bills ain't local for me.
Yeah, but you could have got a local radio station from that area, and you could have listened to the ball game.
The local radio station picks up Atlanta. Everything here is Atlanta Falcons and Georgia.
No, I mean on the internet.
On the internet,
via the internet, it's one of those things we overlook a lot. But I would have to say I was more engaged with this game last night than I would have probably watching it. It would have been nice watching, but we're so used to seeing the visual. So just listening to the audio, it's like, wow, you got the players moving around in your head and stuff.
Done many a road trip with satellite radio listening to games. I used to listen to that Super Bowl when Peyton was with the Broncos and they had that safety in the first play.
Yeah,
I was on the highway listening to that game and lost my mind because I was driving back from drill that weekend. Stardom, tight end recommendations, week 16, of course, NFL.com. Start David Njoku against Texans. Yes. Okay. He's decent as a player in the NFL. Oh, what we got here? Dame Roach. I hope I pronounced you correctly. How you doing, Dacker Fields? This is my championship game. I'm coming in 14-0 in the PPR. Like, ooh. I need a running back, 2 in the flex, as well as a tight end. I have Swift, Connor, A. Jones, Zay Flowers, Rice, Chuba, Hubbard, Waller, or McBride. I will give you Swift for your running back 2. For flex, Zay Flowers. For your tight end right now, I will tell you McBride. I know it's your championship game. You got to pick careful. If we assess this properly, Swift, Connor, A. Jones, running backs, Chuba, Hubbard, running back. I'm assuming Rice is Rashee Rice from the Chiefs. A. Jones is Aaron Jones, a running back for Green Bay, correct? Waller's Darren Waller. Take McBride at your tight end. Take Swift at your running back.
Mhm.
I want to tell you, I'm stuck between Flowers and Rice for your flex. I'm going to take Flowers first.
What was the flex again, Tony? Just to
Flex can be more than one position. It's normally wide receiver or running back. Some leagues, it'll be wide receiver, running back, tight end.
so they get points off of both of those positions.
You pick any position to throw it in there. Dame, I hope that helps. And I'm going to run it again. Your running back 2, make it Swift. Your flex, I'm going to take Flowers over Rice. And for your tight end, definitely take McBride. I hope it helps, and I appreciate you asking the question, man. Thank you for that. That was a good one. Damn.
Good question.
When you're in the championship game.
Good luck on the championship game.
Yeah, the championship game, what you want is your roster to be infallible.
Yeah.
You want to, even your down position needs to get your lowest, your down position needs to get the lowest points out of everybody.
Oh, he's saying Dak or Fields.
That was the original question. I'm taking Dak over Justin Fields.
I would take Dak too.
Dak's gonna put up more numbers. Fields will win the game, but Dak will put up more numbers.
Yeah, Dak.
I dare say Dak will put up numbers to where even if he got interceptions, he'll still have more points than Fields. I do tend to say that. You're good, man. I appreciate you popping in here. Thank you. I got all my folks popping up. Thank y'all for coming through here. You started Njoku against Texas. I like David Njoku as a tight end. I've been watching him for the past couple of seasons. He hasn't had big numbers, but when he gets the ball, he matters. No respect to the
Texans. You talked about this guy before. Being a good tight end.
I'm just being honest. Evan Ingram or the Jaguars against the Bucks. Evan Ingram is not consistent enough.
No.
You want him. You hope he goes through.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at you for starting him. Even by now, with a lot of tight ends who may be injured or hurt, we got a couple of major tight ends who are out. He should move up the chain. That's why he's up here. I'm good with that, honestly. Isaiah Likely, we just talked about him. He scored 8, 19, 3. So he's good for an average 15.1 points per game. That's good.
Yeah, but his projected 5.9
against the 49ers.
Yeah. And
it's again, you got the
last week he got 13 for Jacksonville, and then the LA Rams the week before that he had 14. So that's probably a low ball.
That's on CBS, isn't it?
No, this is Fantasy Pro. Fantasy Pro.
Because they're showing his numbers up here, and their numbers are different than what you just said, but I get it, though.
Yeah.
On the NFL.com numbers, he scored 8, 19.3, and 18 fantasy points in the past 3 games.
Okay.
Which is good. So you want him up there.
And so that would be good for tight end, 8 points.
Well, double digits. You always want to start double digits on anybody.
Well, yeah.
You always want to start double digits. Now, he's taking the spot of Mark Andrews. So he's in a position to be one of the top 3.
Gotcha.
In the NFL, period. He's in a position, and he's working it. Congratulations to him.
Yeah.
The
next one, just see the guy's picture. That's the switchblade guy. That's a definite.
Taysom Hill, you want to follow him. Ladies and gentlemen, if you play fantasy football, get this guy on your roster.
Yeah. He would be a flex player then, right?
Yes, he is a definitive flex player.
Definitive player.
Definitive flex player. He really is. Him, Christian McCaffrey. Well, not really, but him. And,
I remember first seeing Hill when what's his name still played for the Saints. God, he was just I just mentioned
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees, yeah. Him and Drew Brees, I loved them playing together. They were really great.
And it wasn't working. They had to put him in charge. They was trying to make him the man. Taysom Hill plays more than one position. Cordell Patterson plays more than one position. Tyrod Taylor plays more than one position. Right. Those 2 on the same team would be dangerous. You wouldn't know where the hell the ball was going. And put them with somebody like Christian McCaffrey. Their team should see the Super Bowl pending injury. Honestly, Taysom Hill, I got no debate. You start him. Juwan Johnson is a deeply option as well. I like that. If you need a streamer, Cade Otton has proven to be a safe floor streaming option at a tight end. I would agree. I don't even have to debate much. Hunter Henry, I like Hunter Henry at tight end. He may not see a whole lot of numbers, but damn it, y'all, keep your eyes on him in fantasy football. I highly recommend watching those 2 tight ends, Cade Otton and Hunter Henry, after a bunch of your favorites. We already know what favorites are on tight end. We already know. Keep your eyes on those 2. Pete Freiermuth actually got hurt earlier this season, which is why I kind of pulled him off my radar, but he's back. I saw him on the game yesterday too. But I don't think he's 100%. I think he's playing with an injury, which will make me lower his number, if you will. Tina, thank you for being here. I know you've been trying to make it. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. You take care, lady. Be good. Be good. Yeah, I think Fryman's going to see more numbers with Mason Rudolph. That's true. But like I said, he's not playing 100% if you ask me. Sit him. Kyle Pitts of the Falcons against the Colts, I would not. Kyle Pitts is the rookie tight end, well, new tight end for the Falcons, and he does pretty good. I can't sit him. I don't care who they playing. I just can't unless he's hurt. I can't. He may not see the numbers. I don't care. I can't. I really can't. You still following along, Rich? Or you on mute? Yeah, you on mute, Rich. Rich, you're on mute. This dude with the 2 headsets and reading and then multitasking. He's still talking. Rich, you're on mute. You're on mute.
I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you go into a long thing, and I just want to, I give you the respect there to give you the
I got respect. Stop turning your mic off and stop opening so many damn windows. I'll be losing you on this. I got you, though. You with me. You with me. I got you covered.
Yeah, no.
What were you saying, though, for real?
No, the Kyle Pitts against Indiana. Sit him. I don't know. Just I'm not familiar with the players. I don't really care for the Atlanta Falcons. I don't think they're going to be making it. So I think Indianapolis is going to probably win the game to where they'll whatever Atlanta throws at them. I don't think they're going to get a lot of points from any of their plays on Atlanta on that game. Is my take on it.
Gotcha. Now, Kyle, Rich, trust me when I tell you, keep your radar on him. Keep him on your watch list.
Kyle Pitts, okay.
Keep him on your watch list. He'll be fine. He will be fine.
Yeah.
Gerald Everett, this is one of your older tight ends in the NFL. No disrespect.
Yeah, he's been around for a while.
There's no disrespect to Gerald Everett. He is one of your older tight ends in the NFL. You have to sit him. He's not going to put numbers up. I
almost want to say that he had a pretty good game last night, though. I don't see the stats on him, but yeah.
That's good. Even against the Bills, you got to sit him. I can't debate that. Michael Mayer of the Raiders. This guy's name came up before.
Yeah.
He's a tight end to be excited about 2012. He's talented second round draft, but this must be who do I think? I already knew it. You must have just saw his link in the damn messages. You must have just saw your invite.
There he is.
How you doing, guys?
You must have just
How you feeling, Michael? Hi.
Like poop.
Yeah, that's what I
did. Rich said you were sick, man. You all right over there?
You weren't.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling good.
You okay?
Wasn't feeling good. Yeah, I'll live. I wanted to be here. I wanted to bring my level of sickness to you.
Well, your timing is good because I'm almost done. You just hold the hell on.
Oh, you looked good on your broadcast this morning that you had up late last night. There, you were a little shaky and stuff like that. But
I was dying.
I was telling Tony, I said I hadn't seen Michael in a day, and I'm wondering if I said something to the missus yesterday. Oh, he's probably traveling, doing something. It's like no. So I'm just glad to see that you're doing well, Michael.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate
Michael Mayer of the Raiders. He's a tight end to be excited about. Talented second round draft pick, and will be a potential breakout next fall. But you don't rely on him right now because he's not putting numbers up. Yeah. Even against Chiefs. Okay, cool. That makes sense. Rich, keep him on your radar.
Okay.
Mayer has been ruled out on Monday's game. Bingo. Logan Thomas. Yeah, I'm going to sit him. Just defense not to be played with, even though the Commanders can find a hole or a gap in anything. I know Brian will recommend a few Commanders players because he's done it before. And I remember some of what he's saying, so I kind of got a raised eyebrow, but I wouldn't start him. Ladies and gentlemen, those are tighter recommendations for Week 16, of course, NFL.com. We're about to be at kickers and defensive, but since Bathurst is here, Bathurst, come on in with what you'll come on in. What you got there?
Well, it won't be about kickers.
I'm not surprised.
But no, that's a lie. You know what? Did you guys see the game yesterday?
Rich talked about it earlier. Go ahead.
I heard the game. I could not see it because of
what was my favorite team this year that I was so disgusted with?
Oh, that would be Buffalo.
That would be Buffalo. And who was the one saying there was all kinds of drama, and that I was hoping that they would peak when it mattered?
Go ahead.
They barely won that game.
Yes, they did.
It was still a win, though.
It was a messy mess. That team had the Chargers had 5 kicks. Okay, so let's do 5 kicks. There's 15 points.
Mm-hmm.
They had 1 touchdown, which was by the new quarterback. There's 22. And then it was just nonstop sacks. by Buffalo. Like literally, Buffalo ended up keeping them in the game defensively. It was the running game was shit in comparison to Dallas. So are we now saying that Dallas has a weaker defense than the Chargers?
Negative.
No, with the Chargers, they fired their. I think they're. I'm not sure how to make it with the Chargers. There, it is just like it's one of those things. They played their asses off last night. Sticks, he had 23 for 33, 215 yards. He was on the ball from what I was hearing, because we couldn't
He
watch
spent
it.
most of his time on his butt.
Yeah,
I really felt for him. Like
yeah,
he tried.
yeah.
He really
He played
tried.
a lot better than the week before, though, Michael.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Did they purposely get that coach fired? Did they just walk away? Because I'm starting to wonder that they did.
Yeah.
And teams will do that. It's like mutiny. It's like
So
no,
their play last night for Chargers playing better than they did the week before is because they fired their coach.
well, I think they're impassioned now to do something. Plus, they're fighting for their jobs. People don't realize
Yeah. No.
this is a business. So you and I can be entertained today, right? There's little kids, families that are not going to see their mom and dad. Everybody right now is injured. I don't care who it is. To some level, you're injured by now.
Oh, it's a battle going through the season. Yeah, exactly.
People don't realize every time you get sacked, that's like someone getting in a light car accident.
Bingo. Yeah.
It's crazy. But
Yeah.
remember at the beginning of the year, all of us talked about what are they going to do if all the quarterbacks end up injured?
Yes.
Oh God. Yeah. How many teams are on their second, third? One or two teams, their fourth quarterback.
Joe Flacco. That's what you need, man. Everybody
second.
needs a Joe Flacco.
1 second,
Oh, we got
gentlemen.
a question.
This was
Here's a question.
3 questions.
Okay.
Cooper
That
Ridley.
just came up.
Yeah, 3 questions. Cooper Ridley, Bijan O'Shane, and Njoku or Goddard.
Oh.
Well,
Cooper Ridley is a good question. I think they've been robbing Ridley of touches and catches. I'm going to take Cooper based on what I've seen off of that. Bijan Robinson or Shane. I think Bijan. Damn, that's a good one.
No,
I'm going to take
A-Chain.
Bijan over Shane because Atlanta's still trying to gain some relevance, and Shane and them are comfortable, even though Shane and them are going for a high playoff spot. And Njoku or Goddard. I just spoke on Njoku. I didn't see anything on Goddard this week. I don't have a problem with Goddard, but I'm going to take Njoku over that. I appreciate the comment. Hey, Landy on Twitch. Mike, Rich, your thoughts?
You got it right with Cooper.
Right.
Yeah.
Bijan is showing signs of being injured. I know A-Chain has been injured
Agreed.
recently.
Agreed.
He's got ankle issues.
Agreed.
He is still the fastest guy.
Gotcha.
Like if he gets a step on you, you're done.
Right.
And I know that the last one there, I think it's an even. I don't think it's going to be a big change if you have one or the other. But Bijan this year has been a bit of a disappointment. I'm sorry.
Injury. That's why.
Yeah. Well, then Michael was just talking about the injuries that could be effect.
There was an injury issue with Bijan because Bijan was about to break out.
Yeah, where Cooper looks good again.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're on good drugs or something. Healing.
Good drugs.
Jesus Christ.
No, but they are. They're on legal drugs. I'm not saying illegal.
No, I know.
Yeah,
but
I know the legal stuff. Yeah, we know the legal stuff. But when you say drugs, nobody thinks legal.
drugs, yeah.
When you say legal, you say prescription.
There are so many remedies now that they can give to players that hyper heal them. They're even using. Remember, Michael Jackson used to use the oxygen tanks for his face. He had that bubble that he was in. It was like a tube. It looked like a tanning bed.
It was oxygen.
And it was all oxygen. They're doing that now with players who are injured.
Yeah.
And they heal like 3 to 4 times faster. No joke.
Exactly. Rich, what do you think?
No, I agree with you. You know, it's just like you got one over the other. I don't know the last two guys here and stuff. I'd have to look them up and stuff because names you throw too many names at me. I don't know, but it's just like the factor. You know, again, like we've been talking about, how are the injuries with these guys? What's the matchup with the teams? Are they going to get the touches? And you know, as far as make your determination and stuff like that. So you're more astute, and Michael is as far as the names. You throw up names up there. I'm just seeing names. I can't really, unless they're a top tier player. I'm just a novice football guy there. So yeah, as far as that goes.
But
so
right now, though, Rich, don't you agree? It's a lot of the mid-tier guys that are actually winning the games.
oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, we've seen that with just a quarter. Look at the quarterbacks there. That's a big factor, and it probably goes into a lot of other positions because any game you watch, one of the main things I've been seeing over the last several weeks is the announcers are saying this guy's injured. There just seems like there's more injuries this year that unless I'm focusing more on them because we're talking more about them here, so I'm keying in on those. But it just seems like some teams are able to come through. But there's other teams when they try and make that, you know, that fit, it throws the whole, you know, especially on a line. When you get a lineman that's been in there for, you know, consistently over the season, and then all of a sudden he gets injured and he's out, you put somebody else, that's going to throw it off kilter.
Our dear friend right here, Tony D, how did you feel about the loss last night by the Bengals? They got served.
Shocked.
Yeah. And I think I brought a score up about 30 points, but I thought it was going to be the Bengals. Whoever thought that the Steelers would come up with 32 points from a no-name quarterback?
Who? Mason Rudolph?
Mason
Rudolph's been there. He's been
the only Rudolph I know is a reindeer.
Okay, Santa Claus, let me talk to you for a second.
Okay.
Listen, Mason Rudolph was there a couple years ago. Matter of fact, Mason Rudolph was the one Myles Garrett hit with his helmet.
He was throwing bombs, though, man. Bombs.
Mason Rudolph can play quarterback. He just got a mouth and an attitude that put the wrong taste in a lot of people's mouth. Now I'm gonna give you this because I told Rich and Brian this earlier. I think the Steelers are going to rally behind him for the future.
Yeah. CBS, they had them and Tim Fan were the only ones that picked the Pittsburgh Steelers, but they had a commentary here. So this is an essential playoff game because the loser is basically done. The Bengals have won 3 straight with Jake Browning, but playing a divisional rival on the road is a challenge. The Steelers haven't been good on offense all year, so they're turning to Mason Rudolph at the quarterback. He won't be the reason they win, but the defense will. Which
he was the reason they won. I challenged that.
I think it was him. Yeah, he played
the reason they won. He was the reason they won because
surprise win.
The Steelers had quarterback issues, and Mason Rudolph was familiar with their offense. He was a reason that they won. I definitely would challenge that. But honestly,
you guys are missing a point, though. You are.
Which one?
Every quarterback has an advantage if they're new. Only for a short period until they watch the film.
Yep.
These teams don't know this guy. They don't know how he moves.
Wait. Hang on.
You said it before.
He's played with them for years.
No, I know, but not recently. It's a fresh face.
He's not a fresh face. Myles Garrett got into an issue and had to change teams about a few years ago. That's the dude he hit with his helmet. That's how long he's been there. Just so you know.
But when's the last time he played like that?
He'll come in on a game during the season. He doesn't start every game, but he's always in there. And I say it like that on purpose. He's not new to the team. He's not a new face to the franchise. He's been there for about 4 years. And he's playing.
I like a good debate. I think they showed an element that they didn't have before.
Right. Well,
he was able to connect with Pickett, and he was able to.
They showed the comfortability. You're correct.
And he was able to throw those bombs that nobody else on that team can.
No other quarterback that they have can. You're right.
Maybe they were able to do that, Michael, because they've seen the film there that they were able to take advantage of that weakness. That Cincinnati does have a weakness where you can throw a bomb on them, and I think the odds are if you got a good arm and stuff like that, you can connect.
The other thing is too. Now the teams have had a few weeks to watch the new Bengals quarterback, right?
They got his number. Yes, I would give you that. I would give you that.
All right. Where do you want to go here? This is your show. Sick or
Oh, I
not, I tried
appreciate
to
you.
take
Thank
it
you for giving me
over.
my show back. Thank you for giving me my show back.
Thank you. I'm weaker than usual, so I'm gonna just
Holy
cower in the back
smokes.
here.
Okay, we ran through the tight ends already. Let's go to the kick. Holy, this dude. That was his recovery process, the things I do for people. So for all my Christians, I just showed you how to anoint the sick. You're welcome.
He's
And
healing me right now.
these will be quick because kickers and defenses kind of go hand in hand, and we talked about a lot of teams already. So Brandon Aubrey of the Cowboys, do you start him against the Dolphins? You damn right. You damn right. There ain't no question. Matt Gay of the Colts, do you start him against the Falcons? You're probably going to have to. I think Gardner Minshew will get the ball downfield, definitely in field goal range. I could see that happening without question. Cairo Santos of the Bears. I think somebody was against him last week. Was that Brian? Ooh, sorry. Damn, that was a real one. My bad, y'all.
What was that?
Wild cherry Pepsi kicking up after a pizza.
Oh my god! It sounded like the Christmas hippo came out of your chest.
Sorry about that, y'all.
Okay.
Cairo Santos against the Bears against the Cardinals. If they recommend him, they see the Bears scoring a lot more points than the Cardinals, or at least getting downfield.
Right.
I kind of question that, but I get it. Tyler Bass of the Bills, yeah, and you saw what happened.
Yeah, he got a field goal along with the extra points there, so he did good last night.
Absolutely. These are no-brainers to me, so forgive me if I'm speeding, but the narrative will be on the screen for everybody who wants to look. They sitting Young Huku again. I'm tired of this. Young Huku has been
He's a good kicker.
He has failed.
He's probably the one Atlanta player that I've seen that he's a good kicker.
It's not on Cool, who we know is a very talented kicker. He just did not get many chances to do to his offense. Thank you for admitting that. It's not him. He's a very talented kicker. It's the offense. Right. I tend to debate this, even though he ain't reaching no points. So that's their whole reference is he's not getting any points. Cool. Daniel Carlson of the Raiders against the Chiefs. He's on the top double digits 3 times. Plain and simple. He's not getting any points. Got it. Gray Joseph of the Vikings.
Probably.
No, he's not getting any points. That's it.
Okay.
Got 13 fantasy points in the last 3 games combined. That's a no-no. That's a no-no. Chris Boswell, the Steelers. Well,
let's see. He
kicked butt, I believe.
He had
field goals though.
Where the hell is he? Pittsburgh. Kickers. I don't see him listed here. What? It's not listed.
You're good. We know.
Oh, I got to hang on real quick. Here we go. I got him.
What the heck was that? Gas is anomalous.
Yeah, Bosley, he had 2 field goals and he had a total of 10 points. His longest field goal was 50 yards. 100%.
10 points is fine. Hang on, Mike. We're gonna get to you. Hang on, Mike.
I'm in no hurry. I just had it there for you when you want it.
Ladies and gentlemen, those are kicker recommendations for Week 16. And of course, NFL.com. We'll begin the defense next. But before we do that, Bathurst, what you got over there?
Just it shows you that every team right now, don't forget, you're not seeing the best teams at this time of the year. You are seeing what's left.
Yes.
And there are so many teams now that are on second, third tier, guys that have been sitting for most of the year, for some fresh legs. So you're going to have surprises. The other thing I'm noticing is everybody is trying to strip the ball. Everybody is trying to punch the ball out.
Seasons. Yes, I've been seeing that for seasons. Go ahead.
Yes. The other thing I'm noticing too is there's more and more interceptions. There are such supreme athletes that are able. So many defensive teams like the Browns have the ability to win a game from the defensive position by, a pick 6. It happens. The other thing is we're finding is the red zone right now is easier than it was 3-4 weeks ago because everybody's battered. Remember that for a while there, the red zone, nobody could get in? Yes. Did you see Josh Allen just walk in? Literally walk in? Not touched. Not touch, not nothing. Like
Where you going?
it's like they pre-organized it. So we're gonna have to see. How do you guys feel about your favorite teams? Like right now, they're saying Miami has no chance,
I disagree.
only because their defense is so battered.
Okay, but I
They'll
Yeah.
tell us tonight. I think there'll be a tall. They'll see what kind of Dallas or what type of Miami team shows up, because I think you said it before. If they play any team higher than 500, they're going to lose, and their schedule has not really been the hardest compared to other teams.
There's a funny commercial.
gotcha.
I love this time of the year, and the reason I love it is the guys that have the most heart, preparation, and there's so many guys that have been waiting for their turn to prove themselves. And look at all the quarterbacks that have stepped up this year and shown, how incredibly well they can do. And some of them now will have starting positions because of this fiasco of nonstop injuries. We're also supposedly, doing more and more to protect the quarterbacks. Why are more and more getting hurt? And it's hand injuries, right?
Gotcha. I wholeheartedly disagree with Bathurst. We're seeing the very best players at this point in the league. Example, Aaron Rodgers, 2023 season. This dude's too much. This dude's too much. Ted, you're doing too much. God have mercy. Rich Ted says hi to everybody. Let's go ahead and run through these defenses and get it on over with. Defense recommendations for Week 16, of course, NFL.com, ladies and gentlemen. Season 2 of the Bell Kings Fantasy Football broadcasting season. Start the Buffalo Bills against the Chargers.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Start the Packers against the Panthers. I wish you would question that. I wish you would. Start the Broncos against the Patriots. Yes.
Yes.
They got narratives, they got numbers, but these are kind of elementary, in my opinion, based on what we've been discussing all season. Start the Eagles defense against the Giants. Absolutely.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely. Eagles defense will get you numbers, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go ahead and throw that out there. Eagles defense will get you numbers. They pretty much.
You'll probably get a couple sacks here, Tony. That's what's a sack? How many points for a sack?
I think it's 6.
Yeah.
I think it's 6.
New York's, though, defense, in the sense of sacks and that, has been fairly productive this year in the last few weeks. Have you noticed that?
Entirely.
They have a few really key players.
The Giants or the Jets? Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Giants, the one
Thank
we
you,
just
sir.
passed.
Appreciate that. Keep going, please.
Yeah. They're not overwhelming and stuff like that compared to the Eagles. I think they're in a position to where they're going to get more sacks on because Tommy DeVito, he just, when he first came on the scene, they won the games, but in each one of those games they won, he had like 6 or 7 sacks. So they were able to squeak out a win on the wins they did. But when you win a game and your quarterback gets sacked that many times, I don't know. That's not really a full-fledged win in the fact that you got to protect your quarterback.
Yeah. But if you look at last night, Emerson Stick, he spent most of the time on his butt.
Yeah, that's what I heard. As far as, there he is, Ted Hicks.
Thanks for being here, buddy.
Hey, how are you guys
Better
doing?
late?
I'm just a little late. Getting ready for this Jets game.
A little bit?
Yeah, hour 20, hour 22.
You're coming in to just say hello, to heighten the vibration, to heal me. You were concerned about that hippopotamus cough gas. You're reversed. Is he reversed for you guys too?
It's reversed, yeah. The gratitude.
Yeah, that's gonna help it. You've got the mirrored image thing going on.
I'm almost done. You two jokers, hold on. I'm almost done. Sit them. They recommend sitting the Cowboys against the Dolphins. I would not. And especially on this game, both of them are 10-4. No. Baltimore Ravens, they say sit the Ravens against the 49ers. No. Now they're going to say sit the Dolphins against the Cowboys. No. They're going to say sit the Raiders defense against the Chiefs. You know what's crazy about this? Now, Bathurst, this is your world. I'm not going to lie. You've been talking about how the Chiefs have had issues
Not defensively.
Okay. Offensively.
Defensively, they've been the best they've been probably in the last 5 years.
Good. The Raiders,
They absolutely blow chunks when it comes to offensive power. They have 4-string stars. They're doing everything on a budget now. It's really bad.
now here's what's crazy. If the Chiefs offense isn't the best, why would they recommend sitting the Raiders defense?
Yeah. That's I was thinking that same thing. I don't understand that.
Well, they break it down in the narrative. That's why I leave the narrative on the screen. They break down where they're coming from. And a lot of what we do up here is cover our aspects, whether we agree or disagree.
I think you're going to see a different level, though, right now, buddy, of intensity.
I don't know why you would sit the Raiders defense if the Kansas City Chiefs offense isn't the best.
Yeah.
No, but right now, you're going to see everybody firing on all cylinders.
I think the Raiders.
That's what Brian said when he was here earlier. Exactly.
You're going to see them all firing on all cylinders. They're so pissed off right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're paying fines. They all have hangovers from hanging out with Taylor Swift. They're ready to go. They're ready to go now. Who says they're distracted? I don't say they're distracted.
Who is more distracted by Taylor Swift? Kelsey or the fans?
Oh, I think the whole team. I have you seen the gushing stuff that Patrick Mahomes did this week? How honored he is that that she has now become part of the family and embraced his wife.
Taylor Swift's sucking up to the wife is sucking up to Taylor Swift
and embracing his wife and
yeah.
I tell you, listen, Tony, you're a judger. You're a judge. No, you're a judger. This is the thing. If you had a billionaire girlfriend, you'd be like, guys, love you. I got to go. Listen, I got some serious gas. I gotta go. Bye.
You know why I wouldn't do that? You know why I wouldn't do that? Because I'm gonna try and get my billion like she got it.
Good luck. He is not gonna catch up.
No, he's not. But he's actually on a decent path with his popularity, with his fame, and with his accolades already.
Okay.
To be at least half a billion. Hell, Patrick Mahomes is a half a billionaire.
Is he doing it solely so he can be an actor?
No.
Is he using her as a launching pad for his career?
I don't think he's using her, no. I don't think that at all.
Reminds me of that song. Do you know that song? You just keep on using me until you use me up.
No, I don't think it's that. I think there's mutual friendship stuff like that.
I want him to check his medication because he's bugging. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your defensive recommendations for Week 16.
Tony, you know what they say? Don't drink and take medication. This is a good indicator.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Since I'm finished, you two can start your shenanigans now.
Hey.
Where'd he go?
Oh, I don't know.
Did he leave us?
I don't know.
Nah, he couldn't.
I think he shut it down.
No, it's the clock is still going. No, he was playing with us.
Up off the screen.
I hit the wrong button. Oh, damn.
We thought you were pissed.
No,
that's what I was thinking.
We were all like going, we went too far, Dad.
Hit the wrong button.
Sorry, Dad. I didn't mean. I only meant to move the car out of the driveway. I didn't mean to hit the neighbor.
Oh snap! Nah.
New York Jets quality control coach, like that. See that? That's good.
He pulled the Mike Bathurst there. Goodbye.
Myself.
Russian flush. The Russian flush.
Flush.
Yeah, he flushed himself. Screw you all.
Y'all thought I was pissed? Good. Stop.
Oh, we did. I was like this.
Rich, you remember when someone would be, I guess, acting out of control on Michael's broadcast, and he would just flush him. All right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And he would end it with the phrase, "There you go."
There you go. Boom.
But you would never flush the. Did you ever flush the rose?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Did you? Okay.
Sometimes 2 or 3 times a broadcast.
At least 3 times. At least 3 times I've seen it.
Yeah. But yeah, that seemed to be a major staple. But then that was a whole different time back then and stuff like that. So
yeah, we've grown a lot.
Yeah,
for sure.
Some of us have.
Wait, you guys got Belt King logos in your? Get out of here! scared of you.
Thanks to somebody named Ted Hicks. Thanks to somebody.
I'm still waiting for mine. My other one.
I just copied it off of Tony's broadcast here and put it in a file there and stuff like that. So,
Oh snap!
but let's see, Tony. I want to try this again if I could.
I'll finish my part. Y'all are good. Go ahead.
and I think Michael will be. Let me see if this comes up.
So what weeks do I still need?
There's like 3 or 4 you still need.
I know. So
and you can just put anything in there and
no, because I have broadcasts. I have broadcasts that do the predictions. So I got to go watch them. Yeah, no, I'm not going to cheat.
No, I wouldn't say you would cheat.
There you go, Rich. You got to do the work now. Go for it.
Yeah, I got it. Would you agree with that? That's the setup for the Bills after their win last night. That's how the AFC sits as far as that goes. It's let me just say this. Yeah, that's how they line up as far as
I don't think Miami has a chance, to be honest.
We'll see after today. I think I'll agree with you after I see what happens today. I hope it does because I don't really care for Miami.
Yeah.
And then for the
that last week is going to tell us everything.
For the Bills, that's their path right there. I thought these are 2 significant slides here. That's what they need to do. And Miami's a factor in it too. So I'm hoping for Dallas to take them out.
So I have a scenario, and I don't know the outcome. I'm just curious.
Mm-hmm.
So if the Bills win every game till the end, and the Steelers win every game till the end, what is the outcome?
Ooh.
Wild card tiebreaker.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a couple analysts. That's all they do. They do all these scenarios, and I love that. I could not believe the Steelers. That blew my mind.
It blew mine too. It did. I didn't expect that.
What'd you think, Ted?
I was listening to you guys. I chose the Bengals because I wanted to choose the Steelers, and you guys were droning over. Oh no, the backup quarterback, and he's better than what's his name? Who's injured now?
Burrows. We didn't say
you guys
better.
Are droning.
We never said he was better. We never said it.
better.
You guys bullied me into making that selection.
I'm gonna beat you with your shovel.
And I
no, it's like this right now.
I felt the pressure that I sent to Rich my picks, and I picked Cincinnati. I said, well, these guys obviously have to know something I don't know.
Ted, I'm as affected by your story as Rich's cat's tail is affected right now.
Wow.
There's after week 15. We got Tony still sitting at the top with CBS. Myself
2, 4, and 6, Mike.
2, 4, 6. Okay.
2, 4, 6.
I'm gonna write it down. I'll have those for you today.
And I will go back personally and audit weeks 2, 4, and 6.
Oh, I love that.
Just send me a message. Where did you which one of your broadcasts and stuff like that? I can do that.
I'm going to do it. I'll do it. Yeah. If you want to check
it,
and I'll send you the links to the 3. The one thing I did say at the beginning of the year was I said this will be a record of quarterbacks being injured first week.
He did say that. He did say that. That's the truth.
And I said many key players will not be able to play this year quarterback.
There's week 15 as far as just for the week there. Tony, Tim Fan 40, Tim 40 came up, CBS, and then Michael was in the middle ground. I dropped again. Brian and Ted, they're you got to do a little bit better than 800 or 500 there, Brian.
Tim's been distracted. That's he's been distracted.
I was just
you guys are doing as well as CBS.
I know.
Well, that's just on the overall though, Michael. CBS is right up there overall, but they had some good weeks there
And
as
you
far
know,
as that goes.
if Ted could get past the blame game and the pity party, he probably would be
Ted
number
is
one.
moving up overall. Ted and Brian are moving up. They're sneaking up. They're going to be probably surpassing me with the picks I have. But for the most part, this week and the last week, they're starting to gel. A lot of the weeks were all about the same as far as that goes on our picks.
Ted, do you remember that song? Move on up to your destination.
Yep.
Come on. Who is that? Curtis Mayfield. He had one other hit, remember? Superfly. In stereo together. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought our friend here, our fearless leader, was doing Superfly out of my own broadcast. I'm the Superfly guy. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So yeah, I'll find those, and it'll be fun for me to watch. But think of the progression we've made, how we've elevated this since the beginning, right? In the short time, and how many different videos, and how much I've enraged. Did you know, honestly, that Mike Evans is 6'5"? Did you know that? Yes. I don't know if Ted and I were really pretty enamored by that. He's had 10 seasons.
Yes.
Over 1,000 yards. And you know who could have had him? Kansas City Chiefs.
They'll probably have him next season.
But it's more important to have Puka.
Puka.
No, I know. Puka Nakula.
Nakua.
You know what it reminds me of when I hear it? Every time? Disney character.
That's true. That's a
Puka Nakua.
Yeah.
The fierce leader of the lions. Yes.
This is why I've been cleaning dishes in the background.
So the games I have on, I got the one that Ted's going to be watching on CBS, Commanders and New York Jets, and then on the Fox channel,
sorry, Rich,
we got Detroit Lions and Minnesota Vikings. So I don't know. It depends on if the Jets could get their act together.
Let me see what
the afternoon games. Who do we got? Post game. That's I went too far in the thing there. Got the 4 o'clock game. Where's the 4 o'clock? I think Fox is the only one with the 4 o'clock game there. I got the
that's Dallas and Miami. Is the 4 o'clock?
Dallas and Miami. Yeah, and then what's the late game there for NBC? I'll watch NBC. How did you feel, Ted? How did you feel about Peacock?
So
I did the big middle finger towards Peacock and NBC.
I watch Peacock because I got the $4.99 subscription.
Tony D.
Yeah,
I got the $4.99 subscription.
Let me let them finish first.
No, it's the same thing we're talking about.
Okay.
I'm on here. I'm assisting, not disrupting today. I'm not well enough.
I'm not used to this. Go ahead.
Sorry. It's a Christmas gift to me. I'm trying to enhance it. I'm not blaming anybody. You know, I'm not shoveling. There's no stirring. So go ahead.
You want to know my Christmas? You know what? I'm going to pause for the cause. You know what my Christmas gift was to myself? Did y'all see this last night?
Peach?
You shared it with me.
Did they ever have that out before?
You shared it with me.
It just came out this summer. Ladies and gentlemen, my Christmas gift to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna need you.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, whoa, that's high end.
So you bought a fighter jet? Good for you.
Yeah.
This is better than the fighter jet. That's
the bag. This is how
the bag.
This is how ball is ball. Okay. Let me show y'all. Everybody,
listen,
how hard was it to find that?
If you were with Taylor Swift, that bag be full of coin.
I'm gonna get the flashback. Okay.
Tony, did you hear what they're doing with the bags?
No.
There's an organization, and I think it's Crown is promoting it as far as you should send those bags in, and they fill it up with items for the troops that are overseas.
Oh, that's awesome!
You told me that before I moved. I had a stack like this full of bags.
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
I had a huge stack.
Because you don't want to throw those. You just can't throw those away.
This bottle right here, y'all.
Whoa.
This is my birthday present. This is my birthday / Christmas present to myself. At this price, I had to put 2 holidays together for it.
What does something like that cost?
If you look online, it's $250.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's very high end. I just like I've never seen that before. That's got to be really.
I said I wanted it. I wanted it for my birthday, and there was actually a store a couple
You
of weeks
deserve it, Tony. What the hell?
They had it for $600 a couple weeks ago. I said, I'm not buying that. I said, I'm not buying that. He was like, I got 3 of them. I said, I know, and you're the only one around here with it. No, literally, I went to 5 different liquor stores. Nobody had any. They had it a few months ago. They only had like 3 or 4 bottles, and then they stopped because it's limited. It just came out. It's like what Crown Peach did a couple years ago. It's very limited and won't be out for a minute. So last night, when I was going to get some meat, I said, you know what, I'm going to check one more spot out that I knew that was about 10 minutes away. Not necessarily locally, but it's about 10 minutes farther out. So I went over there and I walked in the door. Online is $250. When I looked up there, I saw it was $250. I said, I'm taking it. I went up there and got and told them. I said, you know what? Yes.
Are you keeping the bottle as a keepsake after?
Of course.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
And it's going to be probably a year before it really hits the stores. You saw how long it took for Crown Peach to hit the stores. Y'all know how much I used to harp on it 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't start getting comfortable till last year.
Now, what's that one? Crown?
The one I just got is the Crown Royal Golden Apple.
Golden Apple. Golden Apple.
Apple is golden apple. That is my present to myself because I said,
Tony?
yes, once, just for me.
Can you highlight the game there that you liked today? Can everybody highlight the game they like and tell me why? And then I honestly have to go. I'm in the midst of doing several things here, but I wanted to come up and see you guys. So, and thank you for everything we've done this year together. Yeah. It's been fun.
It's fun. I'm gonna say Dallas and the Dolphins are gonna be a big game to me today.
Hey, Merry Christmas, Helen.
Is she here?
I would. Yeah, she just popped in on the comments.
Merry Christmas, Helen.
Merry Christmas, lady. Thank you for coming through. I hope you have.
I would agree with Tony, but I think the Baltimore San Francisco game that's just a notch higher. They're both good games because they're top teams and stuff like that.
I hope holidays to you too, Helen. Seriously, happy holidays. All bullshit aside.
Yep.
Straight up.
I think tomorrow's game, to echo what Rich said, Baltimore and San Francisco.
Yeah. Okay, tomorrow. Yeah, that's tomorrow's game. Yeah.
That's a Super Bowl preview. That's what they're saying.
Possibly, yeah. Yeah.
Baltimore, San Francisco. Why don't I see the logos?
Because I don't think you covered the 3 games for tomorrow, or did you?
Well, I just covered the positions. Mike wanted to do the games and everything. I was covering the positions. That's what I normally do. I don't see it on what he's got as far as the Sun.
And that's today.
That's just today.
Yeah.
I'd love to see the Buccaneers win today. I think that would be wonderful, and then they'll win their division. They've got it then. What a weak division it is, though. Will the Lions beat Minnesota? Some people say they won't.
I think they will. I think they will.
You don't think?
Yeah, a lot of analysts. And the Cowboys, Miami, I think that might be the funnest one to watch.
Let me give you something, Mike. You know why you probably think the Vikings will win? Nick Mullins is a better quarterback than people remember.
Yeah.
He was okay. He was okay when he was with the 49ers, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Wait, Tua's not the quarterback today?
Who? No, I'm talking Nick Mullins in Minnesota.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's actually a decent quarterback. I kind of can see why they would say that.
How about Joe Flacco? Is he going to dazzle us again today and win?
We hope.
We'll see.
Can he keep his turnovers to a minimum? He had 3 in the last, but he also had 3 touchdowns. I'll tell you what happened is, imagine the egos they would have had between him and Aaron. You could have had the seniors discount on quarterbacks.
You know what, Mike?
It would have been great.
I would not think about that. That's a hell of a point. 2 Super Bowl winning quarterbacks fighting to start for a team. That's a hell of a point.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a point. Now,
on the Jets?
Yeah. They could have both been at the same time. It would have been sick. But the Flacco didn't do good on the Jets last season, did he?
No, he didn't.
I know. So Aaron Rodgers come in. You still got 2 Super Bowl winning quarterbacks demanding money. demanding.
Flacco
Yeah,
can't
but
demand money
Joe
anymore.
Flacco should be
Entitled to.
honestly a backup.
Entitled to.
I think he'd be happier being a backup.
Well, look at what he's doing in Cleveland. He wants to start.
Well, yeah, because he's found a home, right?
He wants to
Mhm.
start.
He's found a home, and he's enjoying every minute.
He wants to start.
Yeah, he wants. You know, his exact words were, "I want to play until they tell me I can't." And
that's
he
something
was
Aaron
he
Rodgers
was
brought
going to
to
be
him.
a broadcaster,
That's
and
the
they
goal
turned
for
him down.
Yep.
And they turned him down. He was about to sign a contract to be a broadcaster.
Because talk is cheap. You want to be on the field. That's any player.
Hmm.
Talk
So
is
he
cheap.
must have been still conditioning. He had to be. He couldn't have been just, drinking Crown and eating bonbons on the couch.
Or walking dogs. Keep going.
Woo! Shots fired.
I hope
There
all
we
of you are checking your rosters while we're going through these shamrocks and shenanigans up here.
What do you think, Fireman Rich?
As far as what? The
Joe Flacco, come on, 38 years old, still.
I hope
playing.
he has a good. I wish him the best. I hope he has a bang up game as far as not getting banged up, but I like him as a quarterback. And just a story there. I think I would agree. He probably would be satisfied being a backup because I think he knows his limitations now that he's older. As far as that goes, so I like him as a quarterback. I wish I could say that about Carr, but Carr has sort of disappointed me this season.
Yeah.
And as far as that
Tony,
goes,
I was thinking of buying this for you. I was, I thought this might
what is it? A scarf?
give you a little pop.
I'll make a
Scarf
deal
and
with
hat.
you. I make a deal with you. Reimburse me the money for my bottle and don't buy that outfit.
Now he paid money for this, probably good money.
You might have been given that outfit as an endorsement.
Ah, that's a good point. I never even thought of that. The things we'll do for money.
Speaking of which, did you see what Stephon Diggs wore to the game yesterday?
Mm-mm.
No.
Oh, I'm quite sure Mike will see that up there in a second.
Oh, did Michael have it? As far as what he?
Would you wear this?
That's a motorcycle outfit right there.
Yeah, right there.
That's
Showing off your 2-pack.
I don't have a 2-pack. I got a keg. I got a diesel tank. I got a diesel keg.
wearing the leathers.
Do you know who that is?
No,
Minnesota.
Justin Jefferson.
You got it.
That's your favorite
I
player
knew-
right now.
No, why is that? Is he in your draft?
I have
Oh
no
my
idea.
god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Is that what he wore? Oh my God, Jesus!
What the hell is that?
It's actually pretty all right.
Oh my god.
That's all the Canadian teams it looks like.
Well, what about on Thursday Night Football? Who's the one defensive back there that's commentating there? He wore a Christmas jacket there that was pretty wild.
Wentworth?
No, the other guy there.
Sherman?
He used to be Seattle, the DB there.
Sherman. Richard Sherman?
Sherman, yeah, Richard Sherman. He was styling that. That from first glance, it's like, what's that? And then when you look, it's like, wow, that's pretty sharp. That's time of season to go ahead and just let it hang out there as far as the colors and stuff.
How did all the teams miss Laporta?
Mm.
How did they miss that?
I don't know.
Like I don't even know what pick he was, but was he like 3rd round or something? He's taken the world on fire. Gibbs, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. Okay, guys, I got to scoot.
Hey, I do have one fun fact about Flacco before you leave, Mike.
Sure. Okay, tell me.
So for everyone who says that they're cash strapped, and that's everyone because you got to pay this one and that one and everything else like that. Flacco has a base salary of $370,000 this year.
Right.
The incentives, if he hits all the, it's tied into wins and postseason, $4 million. So you're getting paid $4 million to be a backup. And you wonder why everyone loves the backup quarterback on every team.
Huh. That's interesting.
It's a good life.
That's a good at 38.
It's a good
That's
life.
a great life.
You can afford all kinds of crown. All right.
Yes.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care, Mike.
Thank you.
Okay, Mike.
Okay, now we can officially end the broadcast as Mike has left.
No, he's good. He's good. He's good.
Ted, closing thoughts. We got 6 minutes.
6 minutes. Closing thoughts. No, it's just we're hoping for another great day of NFL football, and really pumped about tomorrow's games. We want to see me personally, I'm going to be watching, the Dallas and Miami intently, because I think Dallas is a fraud and I don't trust Miami either.
So
I want to see who shows up. Like I said, San Fran and Baltimore, I think it should be a great game. I hope it doesn't let us down. I hope San Francisco just doesn't run wild. I picked them to win, but I'm rooting for Baltimore. That's my take.
Rich?
As always, Tony, I want to say thank you for having me up here. We still got a couple more weeks of football and stuff, but this holiday season, as I'm looking at my my NORAD Christmas tracker there, Santa Claus is over the country of Iran. Hopefully he doesn't get shot down. Please don't shoot down Santa. I have that up every year. They're heading. Santa's delivered over 12 billion.
Let me explain something to you. If he's flying over Iran, he's not gonna get shot down. He's refueling. The hell with that.
But he's en route to Dubai, United Arab Emirates. So he's in that part of the world, working his way over here. So we are in the holiday season. Say Merry Christmas to you, Tony, and Ted, and Michael, and everybody that's watching the broadcast. We have some good football going on. It's an interesting season, very interesting season, with even more so coming into this broadcast to talk with you all. That's your Christmas present to me. So I say thank you as far as that goes.
I appreciate that. Oh yeah, I appreciate. And I saw you try to return the favor to me on Twitch. I caught you. I see you over there. I saw what you did.
Okay, you're getting those.
Yeah,
okay.
So you don't see that.
I figure I got to throw you. Especially now that I know what the price. I got to throw you a little bit. At least I know that it's got through. That's good, because I started wondering I no. On the other side, though, I really appreciate you, Tony, as far as that goes. You're genuine, and
it's you know what? It's nothing but the teamwork we did for each other before.
Yeah,
that's how I treat it. That's how I look at it, and I want to see us still able to do that for each other. There's quite a few live streamers up in here that I've been with that roll with me and haven't looked for nothing back. And what it did was help me to be there for everybody else, as much as I was still willing to give back to them. And I hit them up. I asked them when I was in a decent position to listen, let me clear the air.
Yeah.
Best way to enjoy yourself is to get a lot of things off your mind. I've learned that this year myself. All of your stresses, everything that you procrastinate.
Oh yeah.
Anything that you needed to handle, to just try to get it, and then there's a bit more peace of mind to it.
Yeah.
It's happened with me, and that's what I try to pass on to everybody else.
Yeah.
I think each and every last one of y'all, all of y'all, been rolled on me past 3 years now. I've been doing this, because this was the time when I jumped on Haps for the first time.
Yeah.
It was like December 16th, December 20th, 2020 was when I first got on Haps.
Okay.
And I've been around all of y'all for the most part. If you first subscribed to me, because on Haps, somebody new came on, we just all jumped on with each other.
Yeah.
We all check each other out. I'm going to throw this out there, bump it. We could almost do the same thing on Fluting. I'm just not sure what's going on with it, because it's active.
Yeah.
It does have its own community. I mean, it does have its own thing to where you don't have to kick it out. But when you try to share it, people have to subscribe to it, then do it the same way it was with Haps. But we made Haps work.
Yeah.
All we got to do is find something similar where we can be at. I got on Clapper. I do see Rumble. Clapper and TikTok. Everybody's following that TikTok format as far as the new apps and how things are going to look and how they work. Because Bring the Noise are the same thing. You know what I'm talking about too, Ted. They all look like TikTok as far as the setup. So I want to find something, similar to what we had before, even though we may not. I'm always on the search for it. I'm good with
Well, I think for me, Twitch is really solid because you guys know where I'm at, and you pop in and
yeah, but nobody wants to get on the damn thing.
Yeah, because it's just the hoops and stuff. Because Haps, let's face it, it was a one button, you touch it, and you're off and running and stuff like that. There's no
Twitch is still running. What the hell are we doing?
Yeah. But to tail off of what you did, that's the one big thing that came off of Haps, as far as I can say. It was the most best thing about it was the people that you met, and you're still be able to associate with that, and that's why this. And you look at your broadcast here. This is the second year, and compared to last year, it was just basically you're getting going and stuff. It's a little bit more in depth and stuff like that. And I look forward. I mean, this morning I had everything set up and stuff like that as far as to look forward to be on here and stuff. And I had that sneak.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming through.
And it just, I really look forward to it and stuff like that. And more so than doing a broadcast and whatnot, because it's some fun stuff. It's some really fun stuff.
It is. I enjoy myself. I know you were new to it. You wasn't too familiar with it, but you was willing to be here, and I appreciate that. Ted comes through. Some of this was Ted's idea. Those that don't know. Some of this was his idea. Just do something, try to do this, try to do that. I appreciate that.
And all it takes, Ted, is a little bit to be a big influencer.
Well, what they did was tell me, just think of something, just run with something. And it really was about bringing Brian with me. Because me and him was doing it more than anything. We needed Jim in Chicagoland, but he's on a different schedule. We needed TJ, but he got beef with us. And I'm going to keep cussing his ass out. Get your little Hal Williams looking ass off of 227 the hell up here, and let's do this. I ain't got time for it. We got a way to make money. Let's damn do it. And shade that mustache. I'm on this, but I'm gonna bring this down. Go get myself together. I'm gonna try to finish up my Christmas shopping before the day starts. I might miss a game, gentlemen. I'm off till Tuesday. Ted heavy broadcasting all last damn week. I know he ain't gonna do the same thing this week because he won't be able to. I'm on his. He won't be able to, but I appreciate y'all. Thank you all for being here. Check your rosters. 5-Man Rich, Morning Coffee on Twitch, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 5:30 in the morning. Look for that time. He does audio podcasts on the other days. It's not the same days. He shares it all across the place like I do. Some of the sharing was his idea and Ted's idea. My man Ted's up there, latenightparents.com. Check him out with Ted Hicks. We always up in here on Thursday nights. Collabo show coming this week.
Well, that should be interesting.
Collabo show coming this week.
Is that with Carmen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm not coming up for that one. I'll stay in the.
Come on up. Look, you know what's crazy, Rich? Didn't we have a ball last week?
Oh, we did. That was.
Y'all put me to sleep.
Yeah,
I was tired.
Yeah.
It was 2 back-to-back heavy episodes, and everybody felt the old vibe. I had an appreciation for that. Everybody felt the old vibe. Everybody was seeing each other. Imagine we all get up there together. We show our channels. Everybody comes in and we get everything knocked out by the end of the year.
Yeah.
I feel another broadcast of the mayor coming.
Before the end of the year, can you do an amnesty hour?
Sure. I'm just trying not to. I'm trying not to. I thought y'all got tired of it. I might do it today.
I just need one when you're like, come on up.
I was just piecing things together this morning. I'm like, let me not do this.
Well, I've had some ideas in the past, Tony. Just to, you figure, and I've been told before, oh, you're retired, you got more time. No, I my time is really eaten up with a lot of other things. It's limited to a certain degree. And but I know I had something like Friday. You used to do the what's it that game there? You guys played the card game. Uno. So I don't really know Uno, but there was some other game I was going to bring up that you could have up to where we could play it, but it had a military type
Battleship.
No, I don't think you could do Battleship online, but it was Risk. We could do Risk technically. I could bring it up.
I play Battleship online actually. There's another app. It's called Sea Battle, and I do Battleship.
Okay. Yeah,
I've done that.
Yeah. But I just that's the one aspect that as far as that Uno. That was always fun to watch. That as far as it's just hilarious.
I
Sometimes.
just had one pop up on my Facebook memories. We were playing one night. Me, James, Takara, and I think Brian. Me, James, Brian, and Takara were out there playing. I missed that. Who the hell is this? This.
Brian's back.
What do you want, Brian?
Back.
He's doing a TED.
What do you want, Brian? What do you want, Brian? What do you want?
What? I just wanted to jump in before we close, and we got back in time. So relax. Relax. Breathe.
Relax, buddy.
The game started 10 minutes. The game started 10 minutes.
Relax.
We got 10 minutes.
The game started 10 minutes. I already scared them by shutting down the broadcast by accident. You should have seen their face.
No, actually, we're still going, Tony.
I know.
You should. It was still going.
Beth was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, relax, bruh.
Oh, when you went off screen. You're talking about when you went off screen.
no, I had closed that window, but actually I had to jump back in.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to close the other windows up.
Bathurst left?
The bathroom.
I was trying to close my windows up and I came off of mine. I thought I ended the show by accident. I came back and they were still up here. And Beth was like, oh my God.
he was. He was kind of like, did he just end the broadcast? We were like, nah, he didn't.
The old flush and
Yes. Dump and flush.
dump and flush. There we go.
It's like,
But overall, though, like for the games today, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be all hands on deck. All teams are going to be fighting.
I think the next week and the week after, because we're in the play. Well, for fantasy football, this is the playoffs, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
for a lot of leagues, yes. For a lot
Yeah,
of
for a lot of leagues and stuff like that. So to the people that are watching that, this they have a playoff section that they use and stuff like that, because I remember that. So
Yeah, for
because we had a question from one individual that he was 14-0. He's like, whoa, he's cleaning up in his league, and he's asking for advice on players.
so who gets to play? Because this is the best part of the season. If you think about the next couple of weeks, this last quarter is what I really enjoyed. Who gets to play Steve Kornacki? Where you have the board up and you say, okay, here are the teams that are in, but here are the teams that are fighting for the positions, and here's the breakdowns.
Hey, Brian.
yeah, I saw that, man. Special, like green apple this time.
Wow.
Golden apple.
Golden, yeah.
You see the open? You say open the box. Open the box, Brian.
Open Sesame.
Damn.
I don't know how would someone do that though, Ted? That's a lot of information.
Yeah, that is a lot of information. I guess you watch the previous week because Kornacki, he does it on Sunday Night in Football.
Mm-hmm.
He does it there, and he gives
Is
the
that, is that the guy that's on ESPN late night?
No. They probably have a different guy. He's a guy who does the politics, but he's been able to go over to this industry to say, hey, if you like me when I was talking about Trump and Biden and all this other stuff, we're going to come over here and we're going to do the same thing.
Okay.
Get the breakdowns.
Yeah.
You know, that's, I mean, that segment that he does week to week, excellent. And it's only like maybe 3 to 5 minutes long.
And where is he at?
He's on MSNBC, but he does Football Night in America.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. I think the last time I watched MSNBC is almost 2 years now.
Yeah. I don't watch it either, but I know what.
I didn't realize they have a sports thing on that. What time does that come on?
It's about 6, 7. This is right before the last game of the night.
Yeah, it comes on like around 7:00.
Oh, okay. So it's on game night. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Okay.
Yeah, and it's usually and just one follow-up question to you, Rich, was I was in tune because Peacock or NBC pulled that crap last year. They pulled that crap last year with the Peacock only game.
Which game was last year?
Yeah, I don't know. They did like one game last year where it was
Okay.
where it was just not on regular TV, Peacock only, and I was like, okay, this is
Networking.
it's ridiculous. It's greed.
Yeah.
That's what we talked about. Like earlier was, I thought the game would be featured like on Prime or Twitch because I was looking for it, but then it said like Peacock only. I'm like,
Peacock only.
I mean, it's free. Yeah, and because my buddy's dad was asking me downstairs, he goes, yeah, what's this Peacock? And I'm like, it's a streaming service. I was like, if you want like no commercials, whatever, you got to pay like $5-6 a month, or if you want the ultimate package, it's like $14 a month. And I just said it's mainly like a lot of TV show series, some movies or whatever. But I was like, I'm not.
They're not better than Netflix or Disney Plus. I gotta say, they're not
When
better than HBO Max. They did have the new movies jump over there to help them out, but they're not. They I can't put them top tier. Aaron Jones and Montgomery.
Yeah,
I gotta say Montgomery right now. I just looked at Aaron the other day. Aaron Jones is second running back. He's not the number one running back.
Yeah, Montgomery.
I gotta say Montgomery. Bryce, I appreciate that. Thank you for coming through.
Hey,
but Ted, last night I did catch the game, listening to it on a Buffalo channel via the internet on the radio station, AM channel. So I was able to, once I was doing that, one of the first tweets I got until I started tweeting, you can see my tweet line at Fireman Rich, the Buffalo Bills at halftime going on. I thought it was on Peacock, but I thought they said it might be on NFL. And I have the NFL channel, and they did. They were showing some other game that Kansas City and some other in Las Vegas from the first time they met this season. But I ended up posting. There was a Fox News article that highlighted football fans irritated with exclusive Peacock game, and then they quote "F you NFL," and then I go via Fireman Rich, F you NFL and Peacock. I've deleted my Peacock app, the free app, on the Roku and my Google TV. And NBC, they're not my. That's why I don't. There's some things they do, and I don't agree with that. We talked about that, Tony and me. I think the amount of money they're making on advertising, that should more than pay. They don't need to pay subscription, and I think it would have been better marketing wise for Peacock if they offered it. But you didn't have to go through a paywall.
Right.
Because look at the matchup. The matchup right there, it was a great game from what I was listening to. It would have been a great game to watch, but I think it would have been more of a service to now in the local Buffalo area. I think they could get on the local stuff. But I think Peacock would have gotten more bang for their buck just to offer it on the free side.
Yeah. To answer Bryce's question for the highest ceiling for Montgomery, I would say
You think that's bad? During the playoffs that's coming up in a few weeks, there's going to be another Peacock exclusive game. I think Wild Card Weekend.
Didn't we talk about this on your wait a minute? Bryce said for the highest ceiling between Aaron Jones and Montgomery for the highest ceiling. I want to say Montgomery. They have Aaron Jones up there, but Aaron Jones is second to AJ Dillon, running back on Green Bay. Check your Green Bay running backs, Bryce, just so you know. See who's starting and see who gets the ball more, who's getting more snaps, and who's on the field more.
Tony,
I do want to tell you that. Appreciate that, Bryce. Go ahead, Ted.
Tony. We talked about this a while ago.
Earlier this year.
We were talking about, but we were also talking about Major League Baseball and how they do Apple TV.
Yes.
And
I remember that broadcast.
On Apple TV on Friday, and you're like, well, wait a minute. Aaron Judge was getting ready to hit the, he was getting ready to break Roger Maris's record. And I know this is football, and what we're talking about is baseball. But I just want to let you know,
it's a concept. It's a concept, Ted.
Concept, and the greed is out of control. And they were locking out New York fans, and the game was being played in the Bronx, a few blocks from where JoJo lives.
Mhm.
and you can't watch it anywhere.
Ridiculous.
It's
That's
bananas.
freaking ridiculous.
It's
bananas.
crazy. It's
Bananas.
crazy. JoJo could go and stand outside the stadium and hear the game.
Yes.
And they want you to pay for this. And I get it.
I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it at all as far as that goes. It's just
and
Michael's on.
Yeah, I know he's still on. He's still on Twitter.
My last
Twitch. He's on.
Oh, he's on Twitch.
I just say he's on Twitch too.
Jump over there, hell.
My last grumpy old man comments.
Yeah, I saw how you put that up there the other night. No, that was a opinion that did it the other night.
Yeah, it's. I just feel like I'm slowly just edging closer and closer as I'm just like, okay, this is bullshit right here.
Yeah.
You know,
Crazy Rich, Mike's on, but this is what's showing.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Oh, okay. Must have left it. Okay. Okay. I didn't realize that.
But it's stuff like that they're so greedy that the common fan is just like, okay, you've locked me out, and it's not on any local stations. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
I mean, luckily you were smart enough to pull up local radio.
That's my go-to, because I used to, where I worked, there'd be games that we couldn't have it on the I'll just say the office big screen there that we used to monitor. We're supposed to be monitoring weather and stuff like that. But we would bring it up on one of the computers there with the, and just tune in. There's a whole host of stuff on the radio. And actually, I got to admit, it's the first time I've done it in I can't name a number of years, listen to a ball game, because I like listening to the Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm in the car. They, if I had a weekend they were playing, I drive home, I would love listening to the game and last night it was exciting. It made me nervous. So it's like, because the thing is, you listen to it the radio, and then the graphics that you go to, like ESPN Sports and NFL, they give you the graph. The graphics was about 30 seconds ahead of what the announcers and stuff. Yeah. And that was but for
years I would listen to sports on the radio.
Oh yeah.
It's because it's stuff that I watched my dad do.
Yep.
He would have turn the game on and be in a garage or whatever like that, and turn on the games like, and the Mets were playing or the Yankees were playing, and you're like, oh, okay.
I can remember as a kid that AM radio that my grandfather gave me late at night. I'd be in bed and I'd be underneath the blanket and I have it, and I would get skipped. I remember getting skipped radio signals from Chicago listening to the Cubs at night, because at night the frequencies it's a little bit more cleaner and stuff like that. So that just amazed me that I was able to listen to a ball game when I was supposed to be in bed.
That's great. That's great. I guess the last thing is, so take someone who's not technology savvy. Okay, tech savvy. All right. And I'm thinking, take that person and tell them, hey, your favorite team is whatever, and they're used to watching them on channel 7.
Okay. Yeah.
And now tell them, okay, this night they're on Apple TV, and this night they're exclusive on Peacock, and on this night they're on their own streaming service, and you just like, you've destroyed.
You just gave me a list of things. Like, I got one channel, I know I can get the Bills games and stuff. Just go through a list. I know the New York channel 660 AM. A lot of ball games on there and stuff like that.
Yeah. The fan.
Yeah.
The fan.
Oh yeah, the fan. Yeah. The fan.
Yeah, it's the same thing down here. We have like Sports Radio 610 AM, and then we have Sports 790 AM. That's like on the AM stations, but then on game day, not only do you have those two, but then on game days only during the football season, our country station, they air the same thing. So if you're having a hard time getting the signal on the AM station of Sports Radio 610, then you could listen to the country on the country station because you have a stronger frequency, I guess.
Yeah.
And yeah, I listen to the game on the radio when I'm on the road. I mean,
and the thing is, well, on the road, Tony mentioned it. Sirius is, if that I would be more apt to buy a subscription to Sirius Radio than Peacock right now. As far as that's how, I would say, screw you, Peacock. I'm buying because I love listening to radio. I grew up on the radio, and it's always been.
They have all the games.
Yeah, exactly.
They have all the games on if you want to turn to it.
Yeah,
it's.
And it's not that as it's about the same price if you look at it too.
It is. It is. What was I gonna say?
It's kickoff time.
That too.
Okay.
What happened, Tone? We can go. We can go.
I'm just watching.
We can go.
Put it in the chat. We're gonna go to 2:00. He's making sure we try to make it to 2:00.
Are you kidding me? We're going for 3:00.
Yo, how many times during the week?
How's that tasting, Tony? How's that tasting?
Oh, I'm not drinking that now. No, that's
okay.
After 6. No, that's after 6:00.
Yeah.
No alcohol before 6, unless it's a holiday weekend, which it is. I'm still gonna take it easy today.
Got you.
How many times this week have I said, "Are we streaming on Belt Kings tonight?"
And then how many times was you not ready for 2 hours?
Dude, I'm stepping more into the role as the patriarch of the family and having to deal with everyone's issues and drama. And
that's why I try to keep it at 30 minutes, but not you. No, not you. No.
The only time you had 30 minutes this season is when you did it by yourself and we weren't here.
I know. And I was speeding. That comes from having, because I know.
And I was impressed with that too.
I can do that easy. Yeah, that's fun.
He's like, all right, I'm just going to run through all of this.
And you did the same thing. And you did the same thing, Ted, with one of your broadcasts. I remember. Boom, 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 boom. I was like, wow, that's the way to do a broadcast.
Get to the
30 minutes and let's go.
And both of you jokers decided to try to run the nonsensical nonsense marathon by making your shows longer. Rich is on 2 hours every morning. I'm like, Rich, what the hell is he doing?
I love it.
I've got a new feature with guest stars. Ted, he tried coming up Friday, which I think was on my end, Ted, that when I was using the present. I can present now, and there's some news articles. So like one of the radio stations here that does news and afternoon talk radio, WNBF, both AM and FM, they have some nice articles. It's straight news. I love listening to them on the top of the hour for the CBS News because it's a straight news, no opinion or anything. What's going on, and that's the type of news.
No right.
Yeah, but they have some really interesting articles, and a lot of them they deal with New York State and stuff like that. So I seen, well, geez, there's content right there to present because I'm always pro New York.
Tons of content there.
Yeah,
tons of content. You know what's really so crazy? And this is not a football piece right here. New York City. So I live outside of New York City.
Right.
And Rich, you and I are maybe, I don't know, 5 hours apart from each other, or maybe more.
I would say about where you're at Long Island, it's about a 3.5 hour ride to Brooklyn. I know that. So from Brooklyn to where you're at, that's probably another hour maybe. Yeah. Given the traffic is a major factor.
Yes.
So I would say about 4 to 5 hours.
So and the both of y'all can meet up like at Chinatown, because I sent Ted like this YouTube clip with like all the cheap eats in New York.
Chinatown is great. I literally work. We used to walk to Chinatown for lunch.
I remember going to Chinatown for the first time with my grandfather and stuff like that, and it was hilarious.
So I live close to NYC. I live on the outskirts of NYC.
Yep. Know where that's at.
The madness and the politics of NYC are so much different than the madness and politics of New York State.
It's the truth.
It's night and day. Night and day.
Yeah, it's really different, and I love looking at some of those websites from New York State to see, like, from a state level what's happening, because I know it's not happening in the city.
And there's people up here, Ted. They're oblivious of what's going on down in the city too, and stuff like that. It's still part of the state, and even on Long Island. You know, my father, he loved Long Island. He loved Long Island. No, not now.
Oh no, he would still love it. He would still love it. He would still love it.
It's just very, very.
It's just this, but the one thing I will tell you, probably gonna get in trouble. Wait, are we online?
We're still live, right?
Yeah, we're still live.
The issues that they're running into in New York City, we're not running into out here, because the people in charge were like, no, thank you.
But you still feel some effects of what happens.
You still feel some of the effects, but the drama that they're running into down there, because the people in charge, say what you want to say.
There was a little bit of a scare here a while back, and a lot of all the upstate county executives, they decided to go, we're going this route. We don't, because you got to realize how much resources. You can't just dump your problems.
A lot of resources.
It
burns a lot of resources, and we don't want this to be political, because this is fun and it's football and everything else like that. But
well, the football aspect is, we mentioned it about the new stadium they're building for the Buffalo Bills. I say, where are they getting this money? The NFL is making money hand over fist, but they're still dumping it out on the citizens. And we got people, and I have neighbors here. They don't have an inkling anything to do with football. And they say, why am I paying for this? And you could say, it's good for tourism. They try and put it into that and stuff like that. But the Bills, if they don't keep on winning, it's going to be sort of a waste. We get a new. But you look at some of these stadiums. I just look at the stadium that's down there in Las Vegas now.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
they got money. It is nice. I should take some photos. It is nice.
That is phenomenal.
But if you think about it, just think about it, Rich. 900 million of the 1.4 billion is covered by us. You, me, JoJo, and everyone else who lives in New York State.
Yeah.
It's mind-boggling. And I don't see myself attending a Buffalo Bill game anytime soon.
I'm up close here. My daughter lives up there, and I've driven by the stadium and stuff like that. And they say they live right next. They're not going. They have nothing to do with football and stuff like that. They look at it as more of an irritant, because the traffic is horrendous on game day. Me being here, I much rather watch a football game on TV, as far as that goes. It's more enjoyable.
So they said Erie County. You would know that better than that.
Yeah,
is covering 300, and then you got where they play is covering 600, and the governor just signs off, because if not, they leave.
Yeah.
And it's just the last thing I'll say is, for such a distressed area.
Well, I would say that too much about Buffalo now. I think that's a misconception now.
Okay.
It just there's some things happening, because Buffalo is probably one of the main places younger people want to go to.
There you go. It's all about the younger audience.
And the Sabres are doing pretty good up there. There's a lot of hockey fans up there and stuff like that. I think I probably, if I had a choice between there and say New York City, I'd definitely pick Buffalo over New York City. It's a nice.
Is it actually? I was told they actually don't play in Buffalo.
Well, it's the Buffalo area.
Yeah, it's kind of like
it's Orchard Park
in Jersey.
It's still considered Buffalo. No, it's not. It's not out. It's still in the Buffalo area.
Oh, okay.
It's like, it may not be right in the city, like Yankee Stadium.
Okay.
City Field area. Like the going joke that Giants and Jets, they're not really a New York team; they're a Jersey team, and stuff like that. But they have their headquarters across the river and stuff. But they're still part of the New York metropolitan area and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's You could say, well, why did the Nets change their names? There, it's
Right.
It's like,
Right. The minute they got out of Jersey, they said, "Hey, we're going to change our names now. We're
in Brooklyn now and stuff.
we're
Like,
in
that's
Brooklyn.
gonna make a difference. But
It's just, I don't know. It's just,
yeah.
they've got a hold on. They've got a hold on everyone, the NFL, and they're just going to continue to do what they want to do, and they're going to just make they're
It's
printing
the money.
money.
It's the money.
It's the money.
Yeah.
So what about
Say it again.
I'm gonna rip and roll because y'all jokers
Yeah.
are gonna be here all damn day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
totally.
gonna go ahead and dip because right now it's Texans and Cleveland, and Artie Glick is talking shit. And then on top of that, I'm facing Glick for the playoff spot because we're the.
Yeah, you need to go ahead and face him. Thank you all for being here.
so-
Season 2, Bell Kings Fans Football
Wait.
League.
Just one other thing, Tony. Are we doing anything this evening?
I don't know.
Just, are we doing anything for
Oh, good
Christmas
protected.
Day?
I'm out.
I don't know. All right, bro, please. And this is fun to him.
Oh.
This is fun to him. Depends on what Smoke's doing tonight. Smoke comes on, probably not. If he doesn't, maybe. Because this is his night, so we're not going to bump on nobody else's broadcast any damn more.
No?
I already got to face that heat. Then we got the collabo show Thursday. We did talk a lot of football this week. I don't even know what else we're going to cover.
Well, we got 3 games tomorrow.
We do, so we just might. We'll see how Christmas goes.
I don't plan on doing a morning broadcast tomorrow. That's it. I may do one
Makes
later in
sense.
the afternoon or something like that. But
That makes sense. And I'm off tomorrow, so it's definitely possible. But I will drop down, go watch the game. You all take care. Appreciate y'all for being here. Thank you for everybody who was in the chat that was scrolling through. Your name was on the screen. I know I normally shout them out, but I got to go. So I'll catch you jokers later. All right?